sana. Asante sana. Asante sana. Kwa heshima kubwa, ningependa kuomba sote tuketi. Alafu baadaye tutakapopata viongozi wetu wakiingia, tutaweza kuwa wa kusimama na kupeana heshima hiyo. Na vile niliwaomba mwanzo ni kwamba hiki ni kikao rasmi cha bunge. Baada ya hii section ambayo tumemaliza, wakati speaker ataingia kwenye kikao hiki, itakuwa ni kikao rasmi ambacho hata kimewekwa kwa Kenya Gazette cha bunge la Vihiga, na nitawajulisha tunapoendelea wale wageni ambao wameweza kufika hapa siku ya leo ili kuweza kuhudhuria kikao hiki. Mtatuia radhi, manake hiki ni kikao cha kwanza na ni kikao ambacho tungependa kiendelee kuelekea mashinani katika wodi zote 25 tunapoendelea na mwaka wa kifedha, ili kuhakikisha kwamba wananchi wanaweza kujua ile kazi wajumbe wao wanafanya katika assembly ya Vihiga. Kwa hivyo nitakuwa nawajulisheni wale wageni ambao wamefika, na nitajua pia itakuwa ni heshima kubwa ikifika ile wakati ambapo kutakuwa na kile kikao cha speeches, tutaweza kujua kina nani wamefika ili tuweze kupeana heshima hiyo. Lakini pale mwanzo nilikuwa nimeelezea kwamba kuna deputy governors kutoka eneo mbalimbali la eneo hili ambao wamealikwa. Kuna viongozi wajumbe wetu ambao wako hapa. Kuna county commissioner wetu ambaye tayari ameshawasili, ako na sisi hapa. Kuna vikosi vya usalama ambao vinaongozwa na county commander of police ambaye ako hapa. Kuna wageni wetu wa heshima ambao wameweza kualikwa, wakiwemo vijana, kina mama, walemavu, wanabiashara, civil society organizations, na hao wote ambao pia tunawakaribisheni kwa heshima kubwa sana. Pia miongoni mwetu tuko na mawaziri ambao najua kutakuwa na kikao ambapo mtaweza kuwajua. Watakuja hapa mbele, wataweza kujulishani kwenu na ile kazi ambayo wanatekeleza huo wakati ukifika. Tuko pia na chief officers. Tuko hapa na ile board ambayo inahusika na uajiri na masilahi ya wafanyikazi wetu wa county. Tuko na board ambayo ina manage municipal yetu, iko na sisi hapa. Na pia vile vile, kwa sababu mkikumbuka hiki ni kikao rasmi cha bunge, tuko na waheshimiwa ambao wanawakilisha eneo wadi mbalimbali, wakiongozwa na deputy speaker wetu Mheshimiwa Mrefu ambaye ako na sisi hapa, na najua ikifika wakati ataweza kupeana ujumbe wake. Tuko pia na leader of majority Mheshimiwa Henry Asava, mwakilishi eneo bunge eneo wadi la West Sabatia, na pia tuko na minority leader ambaye ni Mheshimiwa Tom Atingo, anawakilisha bunge la Luanda Township na pia anaongoza wale walio wachache katika assembly ya Vihiga. Najua kwamba kulingana na itifaki, ikifika wakati nitaweza kuwaelezea nani yako hapa vile nimesema, haswa wale wageni wetu ambao ni waheshima zaidi, na tukaweze kujua kwamba wamejumuika na sisi hapa. Niliwaelezea mwanzo na narudia tena, hiki ni kikao rasmi, na tunapoendelea na kikao hiki, hakikisha kila sekunde umevaa mask yako, ifunike mapua, ifunike mdomo, sio kuvaa tu mask. Hakikisha kwamba mask yako inafunika mapua, inafunika mdomo, ili kuhakikisha kwamba tunajizuia na hili gonjwa la COVID-19. Kuna sanitizers ambazo zitakuwa zinatembezwa. Tafadhali sanitize mikono yako, na hakikisha kwamba unapoendelea na tunapoendelea kikao hiki, usijishike kwa macho, usijishike kwa mapua, na usijishike kwa mdomo. Tunakumbushana tu, manake tunajali na tunahitaji kila mmoja awe na afya nzuri. Miongoni mwetu pia kuna chair wa County Assemblies Forum, speaker wetu ako na sisi, anakaribishwa sana na timu yake kutoka County Assemblies Forum, kiongozwa na secretariat yetu, kiongozwa na CEO. Karibuni sana eneo la Vihiga. Vile tumesema hiki ni kikao cha kwanza ambapo tunafanya ile kwa microphone wanasemaga testing, kuhakikisha kwamba tunaweza kuhakikisha bunge letu linafikia wananchi mashinani. Najaribu kungojea kwa sababu speaker wetu anaanza kujivalisha yale magwanda yake, na akifika hapa usimwangalie kama yule Hasna Mdeizi mheshimiwa, unajua, muangalie kama speaker ama kiongozi wa kitengo cha pili cha serikali ya kaunti ya Vihiga ambaye amewezesha kikao hiki. Pia tunajua kwamba tunatarajia speaker wetu wa Senate ambaye atakuwa anajiunga naye. Pia tutaweza kumkaribisha wakati huo ikifika. Ilifaa tukue hapa na waziri Eugene Wamalwa, alikuwa amesafiri, lakini naelezewa kwamba aliweza kuwa recalled na Commander in Chief of the Republic of Kenya, na hakuwa na budi ila kurudi, lakini najua kwamba heri zake njema zitafika ili kuhakikisha kwamba tunaweza kutembea pamoja. Asante. Asante sana. Asante. Kumbushwa tu, ukiona hawa wale wamevaa magwanda ya blue, hawa wanaitwa Sergeant at Arms. Hawa ndio wataweza kuleta speaker, na hii ndio security yetu kwa assembly. Wanaelewa zile mipangilio, na hapa ndani wakati kikao kinaendelea na ukose kufuata sheria, wakati speaker ameingia na ameketi, ni kama koti. Ukitoka kama unaenda kujisaidia, tafadhali inama kuangalia speaker, alafu kaondoke kwa heshima na utaratibu. Wakati kikao kinaendelea, kwa heshima kubwa, simu zetu tuzime tafadhali, ama tuweke kwa silent mode. Maanake ikilia tukiwa kikao kimeanza, speaker anaweza peana order, ukashikwe na ukakue handed over kwa commander ambaye tayari yako hapa, uwekwe mahali ambapo haitakuwa mzuri, kwa sababu ni heshima. Zile sheria hupitishwa katika bunge hili, zinatumika katika vizazi vya kaunti hii, population ya karibu watu 600, na zitatumika kwa vizazi vijavyo. Wakati kikao kinaendelea, kinapewa heshima kubwa sana, maanake ile sheria inatungwa ni sheria ambayo haitanufaisha sisi tu, bali itanufaisha hata vizazi vijavyo. Kwa hivyo sheria ni kwamba wakati speaker ameketi, wakati unataka kutoka, labda unataka kwenda kujisaidia, tafadhali utaweza kuinama kabla uondoke. Na kama speaker amesimama, kila mtu lazima ufreeze. Kama ulikuwa umeketi, keti. Kama ulikuwa unatembea umefika pale kwa mlango, tafadhali usiendelee kutembea. Simama pale pale mpaka wakati ataketi. Hiyo ndio heshima ya bunge. Tafadhali naomba, manake tulitaka mjue ile kazi uendelee huku bungeni, na itakuwa bora tukaweza kujua ili tuelewe kwamba hiki ni kikao rasmi na lazima zile sheria ambazo zimewekwa tukaweze kuziangalia. Kwa hivyo wale wanatembea, tafadhali mtaweza kujumuika na wale Sergeant at Arms, especially security ya county executive. Mtacoordinate na Sergeant at Arms kujua ni wapi tunaweza ingilia na wapi tunaweza kupeana ile heshima, kuhakikisha kwamba kikao hiki kikirekodiwa lazima kikuwe na zile misingi ya sheria ambazo zinakubalika. Kikao hiki kawaida, vikao vya bunge huwa recorded kwa ile tunaita Hansard. Hiyo ndio sababu tunaomba wakati kikao kimeanza usitengeneze kelele tafadhali. Simu isilie, ili yale ambayo yanaweza kunukuliwa ama yanaweza kuwekwa kwenye Hansard isikuwe na hiyo kelele ikatatanishe yule ambaye atakuwa anazituweka kwenye daftari la maandishi. Karibuni sana kwenye kikao hiki. Najua kwamba mtaweza kujumuika nasi, na vile nilisema kikao hiki kitakuwa na sehemu mbili. Sehemu ya kwanza ni kikao rasmi, pale ambapo speaker ataingia na pia governor ataingia kupeana hotuba yake kwa ile kazi ameweza kutekeleza mwaka uliopita na kazi ambayo anapanga kutekeleza kwa mwaka ambao unakuja. Akishamaliza kutakuwa na kunyamaza. Kuna viongozi wa assembly peke yao ndio ambao watakubaliwa kuongea. Wananchi tukumbuke, kwa heshima kubwa, wananchi tukumbuke ya kwamba kikao hiki kikiendelea hauruhusiwi kuuliza swali, kwa maana wewe sio mbunge wa eneo wadi lolote. Wale wanatambulika wakati kikao kinaendelea ni waheshimiwa MCAs ambao wanawakilisha eneo tofauti tofauti na pia wale wabunge wateule. Baada ya kikao, speaker ata-adjourn session kwa sababu hii ni special sitting. Akisha adjourn atatoka na baadaye atarudi kwa sehemu ya pili ambayo itakuwa committee of the whole house, na hii haina sheria mingi, haitafuata sheria mingi kama kikao rasmi. Hapa ndio tutaweza kupata viongozi wetu wakituongelesha, tukipewa lengo la siku ya leo, na pia tukiweza kupata hotuba kutoka kwa viongozi wetu ambao tuko nao hapa, wakiwemo wabunge wetu, wakiwemo deputy governors na wengine ambao wamefika, na pia hotuba kutoka kwa county commissioner na labda kuintroduce vikosi vyake, na pia mwishowe tutamalizia na hotuba kutoka kwa gavana. Atatuelezea mawaziri wake, gavana ambaye atatuelezea mawaziri wake, chief officers, ile kazi wanafanya kwa njia ya ufupi zaidi. Alafu baadaye tutaweza kumaliza kikao kwa maongezi kidogo pia ya baadhi ya viongozi wa assembly, akiwemo mwakilishi wa eneo wodi la Central Maragoli ambaye ataweza kuelekeza wengine. Kwa hivyo ningependa kuomba tu kwa heshima, naona matayarisho tayari inakuwa tayari. Naona wameshavaa magwanda kwa mbali. Mkumbuke speaker akiingia sote tutaweza kusimama, alafu tutaweza kupata maombi ya kikao rasmi. Na vile nimeelezea, akishaingia, tafadhali ukitaka kutoka nje kwenda kujisaidia ama kwa shughuli nyingine yoyote, tafadhali inamia kiti ya speaker kwa ile heshima ambayo imewekwa kwa minajili ya sheria. Tafadhali weka simu kwenye silent mode. Tafadhali fuata masharti ya afya katika kuhakikisha kwamba pia tunazingatia ile protocols zimewekwa na Minister. Asante sana. Asante sana. Asante sana. Pia tunapoendelea tutapata speaker akijiunga nasi, alafu kikao kitaanza. Asante sana. Hiki ni kikao rasmi cha bunge la Assembly ya Vihiga.
Let us rise and pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of the society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with abundant favor as your servant, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us, here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner, as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country, and of those whose interests you have committed to our charge. Amen. Clerk, order number 1.
Order number 1, administration of order.
Order number 2.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, I do have a communication to make. Your Excellencies, honorable members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my humble pleasure to welcome you all to this special sitting that was procedurally and legally gazetted via Gazette Notice number 10839, and the contents thereto are attached as to the venue and time. I therefore wish to confirm that in compliance with the laid down set of rules, we are properly convened. Your Excellencies, honorable members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Part 4, Section 24 of our standing orders stipulates as follows. Section 24(1) reads, the Governor shall address a special sitting of the County Assembly in chamber once every year and may address County Assembly at any other time and place. Section 24(2) reads as follows. The Speaker shall notify the members of the place, date and time of a sitting under paragraph 1. Further guided, our standing orders number 26(3) makes provisions and guides on how the business of the special sitting shall be undertaken during the address of His Excellency, the Governor. When delivering an address to the County Assembly, the Governor shall be heard in silence, and the address shall not be followed by any comment or question. Consequently, the Speaker may, in consultation with the leader of majority party and the leader of the minority party, allow the Governor of the county or other such visiting dignitary to address the County Assembly on such occasions as may be appropriate. Your Excellencies, honorable members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are therefore privileged to have you today to grace two special events: the launch of the public participation program dubbed Bunge Mashinani, and the third State of the County address by His Excellency the Governor, Dr. Wilbur Otichilo. Your Excellencies, honorable members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, immediately after our plenary session, we will move into the next phase of the activity for the day, being the launch of Bunge Mashinani program. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, feel most welcome. Your presence here means a lot to this county, to the Assembly, in your respective representative capacity as religious leaders, women leaders, youths, business persons, persons living with disability, civil societies, judiciary, and all our partners, and not forgetting also our administration. I wish to recognize you all in a special way. Karibuni sana. Let me remind us of all that we continue to observe the COVID-19 protocols as set out by the Ministry of Health. We have various hand-washing points at strategic locations. Kindly make use of them as necessary as possible. There are also hand sanitizers should anyone be in need. Our officers will be able to assist you. On behalf of my assembly, I wish to acknowledge with humility the presence of the Right Honorable Speaker, Senate Ken Lusaka. Our Cabinet Secretary, Devolution, ASA, Honorable Eugene Wamalwa, who was scheduled to be here. Perhaps he'll join us later, but we do recognize and appreciate the fact that he had accepted this invitation. Our Senator Kaniri, the same. Due to one or two reasons, he intended to be here, and he may join us as well. Our MP, Honorable Kagesi, Vihiga County Women Rep, Honorable Adagala, thank you for your presence. The youths present, our Deputy Governor, our distinguished guests, governors who are, deputy governors who are present, religious leaders, our elders, administration, we all appreciate your presence. We had also invited His Excellency Honorable Musalia Mudavadi. We accept his apologies. And the MP for Sabatia, also Honorable Agoi, MP for Luanda, Honorable Chris Omulele, and the U.S. Ambassador Kyle Makata. I want to remind all of us that the U.S. Ambassador and U.S. Ahadi had been quite instrumental to the functions of this assembly in terms of capacity building and training of the honorable members. We had invited them, but for one reason or another, they may not be able to be here today with us. Also ensure that your masks are worn properly and all at times. At this juncture, it is my humble pleasure to take this opportunity to invite His Excellency the Governor of Vihiga, His Excellency Dr. Wilbur Kasilwa Otichilo, to give his third State of the County address. Your Excellency. Thank you.
While he is seated and standing, I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the Council of Governors to observe 1 minute of silence for the demise of our beloved Governor for Nyamira, His Excellency Nyangarama. Let's have 1 minute of silence. Thank you, and be seated. Madam Speaker, the Speaker of the County Assembly of Vihiga, our chief guest, the Speaker of the Senate, His Excellency Honorable Ken Lusaka, the deputy governors in attendance, our honorable members of parliament in attendance, our honorable guests in attendance, our MCAs, our honorable members of the MCAs, and all invited guests. Good afternoon. As we have heard from the Speaker of our Assembly, this is a day the Governor has a chance to address the Assembly and the entire people of Vihiga County on what has transpired during the entire year, that is 2020. Therefore, without wasting time, I'll go straight to my speech. Madam Speaker, I am indeed delighted to deliver my third State of the County address to the great people and leaders of Vihiga County during this special County Assembly sitting outside the official chambers. It is my statutory obligation to deliver this address as provided for in the County Government Act of 2012, Section 30K. This annual State of the County address outlines the development achievements and challenges in the county during the year 2019-2020 financial year, and the proposed development projects and programs for the year 2020-2021. In my first and second State of the County address, which I delivered to the people of Vihiga County on 18th October 2018 and 31st October 2019, I outlined the challenges my administration was facing and how I was going to deal with the same, as well as the development achievements we have made despite of the challenges we faced during the reporting period. I further gave an outline of the projects and programs that my administration had planned to undertake during 2019-2020 financial year. In this third State of the County address, I will present an overview of the development achievements and challenges of my administration for the year 2019-2020 financial year. I'll also briefly outline the planned and budgeted for development projects for 2020-2021 financial year and the envisioned challenges. Madam Speaker, this State of the County address is organized as follows. The first section is the introduction, while the second section highlights the major development milestones that my administration was able to achieve during the first 2 years of my administration. These socio-economic milestones have had significant impact on the lives and livelihoods of the people of Vihiga County. The third section presents the details of the development achievements and challenges during 2019-2020 financial year period. The fourth section presents highlights of the planned development projects, programs, and activities earmarked for 2020-2021 financial year. The fifth and last section presents emerging issues, way forward, and my concluding remarks. The main highlights of the previous addresses. Madam Speaker, during my first and second State of the County address, I identified number of challenges that we were facing, which slowed down the rate of progress towards delivering on our development agenda. My administration continues to face some of the previously stated challenges, which include delay in the release of development funds by National Treasury, the historical pending bills burden, bloated human workforce and poor work ethics and attitudes, inadequate qualified and experienced human resource, limited resource streams for our own resource revenue collection, and lastly, high expectations from our people. Although some of these challenges still remain unresolved, I'm happy to note that we have significantly addressed challenges regarding putting in place an effective governance system, reduction in corruption practices, and overall improvement in on-source revenue collection. Madam Speaker, during the first address, 2017-2018 financial year, I outlined the achievements my administration had made. The main achievements were as follows: development and launching of the 2018-2022 County Integrated Development Plan, which forms the basis of our development agenda. Ensuring uninterrupted supply of drugs and non-pharmaceutical materials to all our health facilities. Commencement of the construction of the hospital plaza at Vihiga County Referral Hospital, governors and deputy governors' residences. Commencement on the construction of Mwitoko Fish Farm and Training Center. In collaboration with the national government, we commenced the implementation of the Belgium Water Project, upgrading Maseno, Mbale, and Kaimosi water supplies. We constructed 75 ECD classrooms. We renovated 26 TVET facilities and registered the same with the National Ministry of Education and Technical Training. We also did improvement in TVET enrollment in the county from 2,900 students to 4,572 students. We revamped the Vihiga County Education Fund by increasing its budgetary allocation for each ward from Kenya shillings 1 million to 4 million shillings per year. During the period, 27,000 farmers received subsidized fertilizers and certified seed. During the same period, we had a lot of outbreaks of animal diseases, particularly the East Coast fever, and as a result, we vaccinated 37,428 animals during the period. During the same period, we opened up roads within the county of 79 kilometers in various wards. During the same period, we procured 75 dairy animals and 80 dairy goats, which were given to various farmer groups to improve milk production in the county. During the same period, we initiated the implementation of the National Agricultural and Rural Inclusive Growth Project, famously known as NAGRIP. We also increased our source of revenue collection, from 93 million in 2016-2017 to 143 million during 2017-2018. Madam Speaker, during the 2018-2019 financial year, my administration made significant achievements in all sectors of our economy. And Madam Speaker, you allow me just to mention a few, because in my speech I have 24 projects that I've identified, but I'll only mention a few. We installed 32 and 64 slice CT scan at our referral hospital. Our referral hospital had never had CT scan. We managed to put 2 CT scans at the hospital. We established dental units across all sub-counties. We also implemented the program Mother and Child Maternal Care Program, popularly known as Otichilo Care Program. We completed and opened various health facilities in the county. We operationalized Mwitoko Fish Farm, specializing in fingerlings production and training. We distributed fertilizer, top dressing fertilizer, and 2 kg package of certified maize seed to 34,000 farmers. We distributed 20,000 coffee seedlings to coffee farmers within the county, 20,000 avocado seedlings, and 30,000 tea seedlings to our farmers. We distributed a total of 80 dairy goats to farmers within Vihiga during the period. We installed high-mast floodlights and ordinary street lighting in strategic locations and markets across the county for enhanced security and business operation. During the same period, we procured and delivered the first county fire engine, rapid response vehicle, and hiring of trained fire marshals for fire emergency response in the county. During the same period, we constructed 108 new ECD classrooms across the county. During the same period, Madam Speaker, we operationalized our famous geospatial technology services in the county. And this is a service that is available in this county, and Vihiga is a leader in geospatial technologies. And we have been able to train about 15 other counties who have come to do benchmarking in our county. And we are very proud of what we have done on this technology. We established County Trade and Enterprise Fund with Kenya shillings 34 million distributed to the youth and women traders in the county. We opened 91 kilometers of new roads and maintained 205 kilometers of roads in the entire county. Madam Speaker, the implementation of the above stated development projects and programs had the following socio-economic impacts. 1, with the improved and development of new road networks, we opened access within the county and eased communication for various economic activities in the county. Installation of high-mast flood lights and market street lights in strategic points across the county has improved the security of the areas and facilitated extended time of doing business. In education, development, improvement, and equipping of TVET institutions led to increase in the enrollment of students by 68% compared to the previous year. Construction and keeping of the new ECD classrooms coupled with improved remuneration of ECD teachers, saw the growth of the sector by 42% in terms of enrollment and graduation of ECD pupils. In agriculture, distribution of farm inputs, dairy animals, development of Mitoko fish farm, and production of African leafy vegetables saw to the progression of Vihiga County economy from predominantly subsistence economy to agribusiness and commercialization of agricultural value chains. The county witnessed improvement in healthcare systems and better service delivery with the provision of modern diagnostic facilities, devolving further specialized services like dental and surgical theaters to sub-county hospitals, implementation of teacher care program, and strengthening of preventive healthcare systems through CHV program. Restoration and rehabilitation of our environmental jewels like the Maragoli Hills, Epsiekwe Hills, traditional forests, and restoration of our water catchment areas have seen the improvement of water catchment areas in terms of provision of water. Under the Kenya Urban Support Program, beautification and infrastructure development of the Vihiga municipality has built up and established Mbale, Majengo, Mudete, and Chavakale as key economic hubs of Vihiga County. In trade, construction of new market sheds, border stage sheds, and establishment of trade and enterprise fund has promoted the development and improvement of business working environment and ease of access to business financing. Let me now turn to the main highlights of the year 2019-2020. Madam Speaker, my earlier address has so far focused on the achievements of my administration during my first 2 years in office. Let me now turn my address to the achievement and challenges during my third year, which is the main focus of today's address. Madam Speaker, during the financial year 2019-2020, the county received Kenya shillings 4.25 billion as equitable share of revenue raised annually. We also received 850 million as total conditional grants. The county also raised 148 million from on-source revenue. Madam Speaker, overall, on-source revenue for 2019-2020 financial year decreased by 16.8% compared to the previous year, 2018-2019, when on-source revenue increased by 24%. Our on-source revenue decreased from Kenya shillings 148 million in 2018-2019 to 148 million Kenya shillings in 2019-2020. The revenue shortfalls for the financial year 2019-2020 were largely due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the measures undertaken by the government to prevent its spread by closing markets and business premises, which were the main sources of revenue for the county. We also suspended the collection of revenue during the 3 months of April, May, and June 2020. Total expenditure during 2019-2020 financial year amounted to 5.1 billion compared to comprising of Kenya shillings 3.79 billion and Kenya shillings 1.32 billion for recurrent and development expenditure, respectively. The previous year, 2018-2019, had a total of Kenya shillings 5.75 billion, comprising of 4.1 billion and Kenya shillings 1.64 billion for recurrent and development expenditure, respectively. It is clear from these statistics that during the year under review, fewer financial resources were spent on development compared to the previous year. Madam Speaker, implementation of 2019-2020 financial year projects and programs faced a number of challenges that led to the overall average development performance and delivery of services during the year. Among the key challenges we faced were the coronavirus, COVID-19 global pandemic, delayed release of development funds by the National Treasury, historical pending bills burden. During that year, we paid over 450 million for pending bills, which we should have otherwise used for development. We also face serious lack of technical capacity in most of our departments. We also lacked capacity and capability by some of our contractors that were awarded the projects. We also, as I indicated earlier, we still have a challenge with the poor work ethics and attitudes. Also during the year in review, we had a major problem on overemployment of our health workers, which has given us a lot of challenge, but I'm happy now we are addressing this matter so that we can move forward. Madam Speaker, the single most important challenge that seriously affected our development activities and programs was COVID-19 pandemic. To contain the coronavirus pandemic, we were forced to channel substantive amount of our resources to combating the deadly disease. Efforts had to be made to rapidly establish proper and specialized health facilities in readiness for the anticipated explosion of COVID-19 patient cases in the county. These efforts included the establishment of 200-bed capacity isolation centers, procurement of personal protective equipment, PPEs, water tanks, hand sanitizers, provision of water, and deployment of vehicles for contact tracing and communication. Madam Speaker, as I give this address, Vihiga County has reported a total of 138 confirmed positive COVID cases. Out of these, a total of 95 have recovered. 5 have succumbed to the disease, and 37 are currently isolated, home-based care. We have been unfortunate, Madam Speaker, to have our health workers, 21 of our health workers also tested positive for COVID-19, and unfortunately, we lost one of them. As a county government, we continue to play our part in creating awareness of this pandemic in our communities and the danger it poses. As we continue following the national partners who have helped us, in fact, my list here is almost 20, so I will not bother to go through, but I just want to mention a few who have been very, very instrumental. UNICEF has been extremely instrumental, AMPATH, USAID, Nutrition International, Biodiversity International, KEMSA, Kenya Meds, and many other partners that have worked with us. On agriculture, I think I have been able to cover most of the areas, but the details are in the report. And under agriculture, I want to thank the following partners who have worked with us to achieve our programs. We have the German program called Welt Hunger Hive. It's a program that deals with hunger in the simple language. And these have worked with us very well, particularly in terms of dairy production. And this program has committed about 130 million to improve on our dairy production. We have also had programs with the Kenya Crops and Dairy Market Systems and Sustainable Organic Farming and Development Initiative. Under sports, Madam Speaker, we have done quite well, and the major areas where we have done well is that the sector has nurtured talent by promotion of sporting activities. You are all aware that our Vihiga United FC is already back in the Super League, and also our Vihiga Queens, they have done extremely well. So I want to say we have done very well, and we continue to support our teams. Plus other sports, we also support, we have a good team on Vihiga, volleyball team, we have netball team, and many other teams. We have also coordinated our participation in regional athletics competition, particularly the Kikoska Games. We have also embarked on the construction of Hamisi Stadium, which is under construction as I give this speech. We have organized football tournaments across the county, starting at the ward level. We have promoted culture through cultural festivals for the Maragoli, Bunyore, Tiriki, and Terik. We have also completed the construction of Maragoli and Tiriki cultural centers, and this financial year we shall be embarking on Bunyore and hopefully Terik cultural centers. Madam Speaker, on environment, we have done quite a lot, and it's all covered in the speech, so I will not be able to go through all the details. The details are available to be interrogated later. Madam Speaker, I wish now to go to briefly what we have earmarked for the 2020-2021 financial year projects. The 2020-2021 fiscal year budget is under implementation. Development projects being implemented this financial year have been highlighted in the financial year's annual development plan, prepared from the development vision highlighted in the 2018-2022 County Integrated Development Plan. Under this year, Vihiga County will receive 5.3 billion as equitable share of revenue for 2020-2021 financial year. Our own source revenue is projected to increase to about 192 million, but we are hoping that we can raise up to 216 million. So with that finance that has been earmarked, we have identified various projects that we shall undertake during this period. In agriculture, we have identified a number of projects, among them rehabilitation of Lunyerere slaughterhouse and completion of Serem slaughterhouses, and also rehabilitation of Sibuye, Mahanga slaughter slabs. We are also going to increase our mass livestock vaccination. We also promote banana and indigenous chicken value chains, promotion of dairy farming, and construction of a modern market at Esibuya. On education, we shall be further equipping our ECD centers and constructing more ECD classrooms in the schools where we don't have. Also, we have already recruited ECD teachers, 814 teachers, who will be taking up their jobs on 4th January so that we can have a fully fledged functioning ECD sector of the government. We will also be procuring numerous project tools and equipment for our VCT centers, that's vocational training centers. We also plan to give bursary to the VCT centers so that we can encourage more students to get into the polytechnic. Under fiscal planning, we will be doing integrated spatial planning, fiscal development plans for towns and markets, including Luanda town. We shall be implementing the Kenya Urban Support Program and projects in Vihiga municipality. Under environment, we shall commence on the implementation of the climate change program. We shall also be commissioning the Vihiga cluster water project. Under health, we shall continue the rehabilitation of maternity wing of our referral hospital. We shall procure backup generators for Hamisi, Sabatia, and Msire sub-county hospitals. We shall also be equipping our blood transfusion center during this year. We shall be constructing and equipping theaters at Hamisi and Sabatia sub-county hospitals. And we hope to complete the construction and operationalization of the oxygen plant at Vihiga referral. We also hope that we shall resume the construction of Hospital Plaza and County Mortuary. So that, in a nutshell, is the brief of what we'll be doing or what we are supposed to do this year. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, there have been emerging issues that I need to highlight. Despite of our desire to implement the above planned projects and programs for the current financial year, it is unlikely we shall fully implement the same due to the following: determination of the county revenue allocation formula. The delay of 3 months, July to October, in the approval of the revenue sharing formula and the County Allocation Revenue Act, that's CARA 2020. Despite of the above, we still experience serious delay in disbursement from the National Treasury. As I give this speech, there has been delays in the disbursement to the counties. Because of the delay in approval of revenue sharing formula and CARA 2020, we had to prepare 2020-2021 supplementary budget to conform to the approved CARA. The supplementary budget was approved by the County Assembly during the second week of the month of December. Therefore, the earliest time it is expected to be approved by the Controller of Budget is in mid-January 2021. The time that will be left before the end of the financial year will be too short to undertake procurement and implementation of most of the planned projects. COVID-19. Madam Speaker, COVID-19 pandemic, aside from its effects to the economy, businesses, and revenue, has put a strain on the county's health systems. A lot of resources that would have been otherwise channeled to development programs are redirected to combat the effects of the disease. The disease has also drastically affected economic activities in the county due to the implementation of the National Ministry of Health COVID-19 safety guidelines. This in turn means a lot of households' well-being and sustenance has been greatly affected. How long the COVID-19 safety guidelines will remain in force is not known, and therefore we cannot predict the long-term impact of the disease on our development agenda. With the support of the Council of Governors and KIPRA, we have developed a COVID-19 county socio-economic re-engineering and recovery strategy. We shall plan to implement the strategy in order to mitigate long-term impacts of COVID-19 to our counties. In particular, both the national and the county governments must come up with a comprehensive plan on how to fast-track the improvement of our healthcare systems and find a lasting solution to our health workers. Building Bridges Initiative, BBI. Madam Speaker, although the proposed BBI constitutional amendments greatly favors the strengthening of devolution, the referendum campaigns for the same are expected to directly affect implementation of our planned programs for 2020-2021 financial year, development projects and programs. The campaigns may cause some disruptions in implementation of the development activities. However, I wish to take this opportunity to urge Kenyans to support BBI in order to strengthen devolution and improve on our national governance system. Madam Speaker, the issue of youth and unemployment in this nation and in our county remains a major challenge. The BBI proposals on this matter proposes mechanism to focus on technical training for our youth and programs to encourage and support them to create jobs for themselves. Madam Speaker, as a county, we shall establish a database on our youth across the county, documenting their skills and qualifications for business development support and access to credit facilities. My administration will also encourage the youth to enroll in our VTCs for technical training, and on completion, we shall financially support them through a loaning scheme to come up with business startups. Further, we plan to hold a youth investment forum early next year. Performance management contracting. We have instituted performance management contracting in Vihiga County. However, compliance to the same has been a challenge. To that end, we have put in place a performance compliance directorate with a director to ensure monitoring and compliance of performance management. We have also carried out job evaluation and human resource audit to ensure suitable placement of our staff across all the departments. When fully implemented, we expect enhanced service delivery in the county governance system. Climate change. Madam Speaker, climate change is the defining issue of our time, a reality that is here to stay unless mankind rises to the occasion. From shifting weather patterns that threaten food production to rising sea levels that increase the risk of catastrophic flooding, the impacts of climate change are global in scope and are unprecedented in scale. Without drastic action today, adapting to these impacts in the future will be more difficult and costly. World economies are moving from over-reliance on fossil energy sources to green energy sources towards global green economy. As a county, we have made great strides to ensure we align our development and economic activities with the national and global policies on climate change. We have successfully developed and enacted the Vihiga County Climate Change Fund Act of 2019. We have also formulated the Vihiga County Climate Change Policy together with its regulations and guidelines, as well as we have put in place Climate Change Directorate to ensure compliance and guide implementation and restructuring of our economy to be climate resilient as stipulated in our CIDP. In an effort to promote green energy, we are championing the use of solar energy as well as use of energy-saving stoves in our county. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, with the COVID-19 pandemic currently sweeping the world, the functioning of the world economy has completely transformed itself from traditional to digital economy. As a county, we must prepare to adjust to this new reality affecting and shaping our economic environment. To achieve this, we plan to do the following: establishment of ICT facilities across the county, promotion of digital governance and leadership, development of ICT infrastructure in the county, working in conjunction with the National Ministry of ICT in order to fast-track the implementation of digital governance system in our county. Madam Speaker, the 2022 politics will soon be with us after concluding the people's approval of the proposed BBI constitutional amendments. From July 2021, political formation and transformation will take place. A lot of time and resources by the political class will be focused on formulation and presentation of political agendas and alignments. However, as a county government, though our coming into office is also through a political process, we cannot afford to be distracted by political disruptions, redirecting us away from the development agenda of our county. We shall therefore strive to remain on course to delivering on our development agenda for the people of Vihiga County as spelled out in our CIDP. As we get into political season yet again, I take this opportunity to urge all who will be seeking election in political office, including office of the governor, to remain civil and focus on issue-based politics rather than personal politics. This will go a long way in fostering cohesion and integration of our people as promoted by BBI. Last and not least, I wish first to thank the Almighty God for the good health, strength, determination, courage, and wisdom He has given me to strive and transform our county to an economically empowered society. Secondly, I wish to thank the people of Vihiga County and their leaders who have faith in me and have tirelessly continued to support me, even in times when my leadership is under severe attack and criticism. Further, I wish to thank the religious leaders in the county who have faith in me and continue to pray for me to have courage and wisdom to lead and transform the livelihoods of our people in Vihiga County. Finally, I am committed to my vision to transform Vihiga into a model and prosperous county in Kenya. With your support, this vision is achievable. God bless you all. God bless Vihiga County. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year 2021. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Excellency. You may take your seat.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, perhaps for the benefit of the members at the public gallery, the governor's address is not debated. So we shall not debate His Excellency's State of the County address today. The same shall be debated at a time designated by the House Business Committee. Honorable members, under our standing orders number 26.3, I hereby allow our dignitary, Speaker Senate, Ken Lusaka, to address us briefly. Speaker Senate.
Thank you very much. Let's take our seats. Madam Speaker, Your Excellency, the Governor of the great county of Vihiga, members of Parliament who are here, including the County Member of Parliament, members of the County Assembly, we have the Chair CAF and your team. The Chair CAF, by the way, comes from all the way from Nyandarua, the county I have visited. Thank you so much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to stand and address you. Those of you who watched the TV yesterday must be wondering how I made it here, because I must confess I only slept for 3 hours. But I'm happy that I'm in Vihiga, and despite being the Speaker of the Senate of the Republic of Kenya, I also come from this part of Kenya. And I'm proud of that. So I want to thank the Speaker. I know there's a function I will be officiating. I want to thank the Madam Speaker and His Excellency for inviting me to come. And this is what I want to say, that the county government is made of the county assembly and the executive. More often, we lose sight of that and forget that we need each other. You are joined at the hip. If one doesn't perform, then you can't perform. And I just want to appeal to the executive and the county assembly to try and work together. Many of the issues that come up are issues that you can settle through dialogue. You can talk to each other and not at each other. I know the county assembly has the greatest weapon, which is the last option of impeachment, like the one I was dealing with yesterday. I was cracking a joke to His Excellency the Governor. That's not a very comfortable position to find yourself in. So if there's a way or a mechanism of trying to work together for the betterment of the people of Vihiga or any other county, I want to appeal that you work together. I want to appeal that you consult each other. And no arm is greater than the other one. The executive needs the county assembly needs the executive. The county assembly is the one that appropriates funds to the executive, and therefore it is their greatest duty to ensure that they oversight that money. And when they do the oversight, I'm sure they do it objectively to keep the executive on the run. As Senate, we will continue playing our role, which is oversight, legislation, and representation. We will continue defending devolution. We will continue defending counties. but you must also play your roles. Your Excellency, the Governor and the Executive, I have been where you are. Just do the right thing. When you do the right thing, you will not run into problems. But when you try other things, you will end up in the Senate as our client. And like I said, it's not very nice to see a governor standing for over 4 hours in the dock and being harassed and threatened by the lawyers. It's not very nice. So let's just do the right thing. Let us continue working together. I'm very, very proud to be here. And I thank God. Thank you, members of parliament, and thank you. Your county commissioner was my colleague in my other life, Ochilo Yuga. I used to work also in provincial administration. I've done very many things, and I thank God for that. So this is the first time I'm addressing the county assembly in Western Kenya. I've been to Nyandarua, I've been to Kitui. I saw my deputy governor, Bungoma, here. I think they should also make an effort to invite me, that is home, so that I can also come, and Professor Ngome, I can also come and talk. Otherwise, I want to wish you, if we don't meet here in the other function, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, a happy, prosperous 2021. Let's observe the COVID protocols, because COVID is real. I was at home there, and my fears came true that COVID was going to move to the rural areas, because when we were there, they were saying in Ugonja, Nairobi. The Nairobi people are the ones who are bringing us COVID. And they were telling us to wear masks so that they can steal the money. That is a wrong approach. We've seen people die. We've seen people, either relatives or friends, affected or infected. As I conclude, I know I've said the senator was having a small business in Nairobi, but he will be able to join us much, much, much later. By coincidence, this is the county I've visited most. I know most of the MCS here. I know most members of parliament. Let's continue working together as a region. When we are united, we are stronger than when we are divided. And when we are united and bargain, we are likely to benefit more than when we go as Vihiga, Bungoma, Kakamega, or Busia. But as a region, let us remain united. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, much appreciated. Honorable Speaker, Senate. Clerk, next order.
Next order, messages.
Next.
Next order, papers.
Next order.
Next order, notice of motion.
Honorable Henry Asava, Leader of Majority. Please proceed.
Honorable Speaker, Person Standing Order number 26, sub-article 5, I wish to give a notice of motion that thanks of the County Assembly be recorded for the exposition of public policy contained in the address of His Excellency, the Governor, Honorable Daktari Wilbur Utichilo, which he had delivered today, Friday, 18th December 2020, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Leader of Majority. Honorable members at the public gallery, as I'd said, notice is hereby issued. We shall debate on the same at a later date. Clerk, next order.
Next order, questions and statements.
Next order.
Next order, motions.
Honorable members, there being no other business, I hereby adjourn this special sitting for today. Thank you.
wanapoondoka tutakuwa watulivu, na nitaomba kwa heshima kubwa tuweze kuketi chini ili tukaweze kuanza kikao cha pili, pale ambapo tutaweza kupata hotuba kutoka kwa viongozi wetu ambao wamehudhuria kikao hiki. Hicho ambacho kimeisha saa hii ni kikao rasmi cha assembly ambayo tunaita special sitting, ambayo imetumika kupata hotuba ya gavana wa Vihiga. Ni jambo ambalo linafanyika kulingana na majadiliano ama directives za sheria zetu, ili kupata fursa kwa assembly kuweza kusikiza yale ambayo gavana ameweza kutekeleza na baraza lake la mawaziri katika mwaka wa kifedha ambao umeisha, na assembly kuweza kulinganisha ama kuketi na kutathmini yale ambayo ameyasema na yale ambayo wale wawakilishi wa eneo wadi wameweza kuyaona pale kwenye wodi. Sasa hii wakati kikao kitarudia mwezi wa Februari, baada ya hii ambayo inaitwa recess, vile mlisikia House Business Committee itaweza kupeana ratiba na itaweza kujadiliana kwa vikao karibu vikao vinne vya assembly, kujaribu kuchambua na ku-oversight yale ambayo amesema. Kama kuna yale amesema na labda hayajatekelezwa vile ilitakana, waheshimiwa MCAs wataweza kujadiliana na wataweza kupeana recommendations ambazo zitaweza kutumika. Kwa hivyo ningependa tukue watulivu, maanake baada ya hii tutaweza kupata viongozi wetu wakirudi hapa, na ningependa tusiondoke tafadhali, maanake sherehe hii ya leo imeweza kuandaliwa rasmi na County Assembly ya Vihiga, ambayo inaongozwa na mheshimiwa spika wetu. Asante sana. Najua kwamba wale maafisa wetu wanaendelea kupanga mpangilio vile viongozi wetu wataweza kuketi na kuweza kutuelekeza. Ikumbukwe kwamba leo ingekuwa siku kubwa zaidi, lakini kwa sababu ya mipangilio ya COVID-19 na zile protocols haingeweza kwamba wananchi wengi wafike hapa. Utapata labda wengine watasema kule nyumbani imetangazwa tumefungiwa nje, lakini kwa sababu tu kwamba wakati huu tuko katika hali ya hatari na haswa maambukizi ya COVID-19, na ambayo hatungependa wananchi wetu wakuwa exposed, na pia vyombo vyetu vya usalama vilichukua tahadhari hii kuhakikisha kwamba kikao kiendelee ndivyo. Wale wataweza kupata ujumbe huu kwa redio, kwa televisheni waupate, na wale wachache viongozi, baadhi ya wawakilishi wao wafike hapa. Baada ya hiki kikao, tunatarajia kwamba tutaanza kutembea katika wadi tofauti tofauti, kukuwa na kikao kama hiki, pale ambapo tutazungumzia haswa masuala ambayo yanahusiana na sehemu ile ama ile wadi ambayo tumetembelea. Wananchi wakaweza kujumuika, na ikiwezekana pia mawaziri wetu pia watajibu maswali. Akisema labda alijenga kituo cha afya, ataweza kupewa nafasi mwananchi kuuliza kile kituo kiko wapi, na kama kimejengwa katika hali ambayo inahitajika, ikaweze kujadiliwa na ikaweze kuzingatiwa kwa njia hiyo. Kwa hivyo ni vikao ambavyo vitaendelea, na ni vikao ambavyo vinafanyika chini ya kipengee cha 118 cha katiba ya Kenya, pale ambapo kinazingatia ushirikishi wa wananchi katika mipangilio ya assembly na county executive, katika kuhakikisha kwamba mwananchi anahusika. Na vile tunakumbuka kipengee cha kwanza katika katiba yetu kinatuelekeza kwamba nguvu na amri zote ziko na mwananchi, ambaye atazitekeleza kwa minajili ya wajibu wake ama kupitia kwa viongozi ambao amewachagua. Kwa hivyo haya ni mambo ambayo sisi wenyewe kama Wakenya tuliweza kuyasema katika katiba yetu na tukaweza kuyapitisha na kuidhinisha vile ambavyo tumeweza kuelekezwa na vile ambavyo County Assembly ya Vihiga imeona ni bora kwamba ikaweze kutekeleza hivyo. Watakapoingia tutapata hotuba kutoka kwa, nitamleta mwakilishi wa eneo hili Central Maragoli, alafu baadaye kwa heshima kubwa viongozi wetu wa assembly wataweza kutupatia ujumbe mfupi sana kwa sababu ya muda. Alafu baadaye kuna viongozi wetu wa kutoka kaunti hii ambao wamechaguliwa, ambao wanafanya na vitengo mbalimbali vya serikali kuu na serikali ya kaunti, na baadaye tutapata pia wawakilishi wachaguliwa wabunge wetu ambao pia wako hapa na sisi. Vile mnavyoelewa ni kwamba pia kuna MCAs ambao wako hapa na sisi. Labda si wote watapata nafasi ya kuzungumza, lakini ieleweke kwamba wote wako hapa katika wadi zote 25 na wale nominated ambao ni 13 ili ambao wanatengeneza bunge letu la Vihiga County Assembly. Vile mnaelewa, hivi ni kikao cha kwanza. Vile nilisema mwanzo, labda mpangilio haujakuwa kabambe, lakini tunajua kwamba tunapoanza safari hii, tunapoelekea na kuendelea, tutaweza kupata kukua na mwelekeo bora zaidi. Ikumbuke pia kwamba hapa miongoni mwetu, vile mnajua, tuna mgeni wetu wa heshima ambaye ni Senator His Excellency Lusaka ambaye ni Speaker wa Senate. Tuko na gavana wetu wa Vihiga County His Excellency Otichilo Daktari. Tuko na naibu wake Dr. His Excellency Saisi ambaye yako hapa, na pia miongoni mwetu tuko na deputy governors ambao wametoka kaunti zingine na wamejiunga nasi hapa wakiongozwa na deputy governor Bungoma na wengine wote, na mnakaribishwa sana County Assembly ya Vihiga. Tuko na jopo letu ambalo linasimamia county assembly zote Kenya mzima, County Assemblies Forum, ambalo linaongozwa na ndugu yetu mpendwa ambaye ni speaker wa Nyandarua. Ako hapa na sisi na timu yake kubwa, ambao pia wamepeana support kubwa sana kwa kikao hiki kuhakikisha kwamba kinaweza kuzingatia misingi ya sheria, na pia wanaweza kutumia hii lesson ambayo tunatoa hapa ili kusambaza katika kaunti zingine. Tuko pia na county commissioner wetu ako na sisi na ameketi kuweza kusikia, na pia vikosi vyake ambavyo vinaongozwa na county commander of police na wengine ambao wameujumuika nasi kuweza kuelewa na kuweza kujua yale ambayo county government inafanya, kwa sababu tunawajibika kwa wananchi na tunawajibika chini ya uongozi wetu. Tukumbuke pia ya kwamba tuko na viongozi wawakilishi wa vijana wako na sisi. Miongoni mwetu tuko na viongozi wa makanisa akiwemo pia Archbishop Charles Kaskana Diocese of Maseno Bishop ako na sisi. Tuko na Reverend Bishop Wawire ako na sisi na viongozi wengine wa makanisa. Tuko pia na viongozi wetu wa Kiislamu pia wako na sisi hapa. Tuko na mawaziri ambao wanawakilisha vitengo mbalimbali katika county government ya Vihiga. Ningependa kuomba, kwa sababu naona speaker wana mgeni wa heshima wanaingia, ningependa kuomba sote tusimame kwa heshima tafadhali. Ningependa kuomba sote tusimame kwa heshima tunapowakaribisha wageni wetu, kwa sababu sisi ni Waafrika, tuwakaribishe na ule mtindo wetu wa makofi ya kilo. 1, 2. Karibu sana speaker wetu wa Senate. Karibu Your Excellency Governor wetu wa Vihiga, Speaker wa Vihiga. Karibuni sana. Nafikiri tunaweza kuketi kwa heshima kubwa. Tuketi kwa heshima kubwa. Your Excellency Speaker of Senate, Your Excellency Governor Vihiga, Honorable Speaker, all dignitaries, all protocols observed. Hii ni sehemu ya pili ambayo pia tutaifanya iwe fupi zaidi kwa sababu ya misingi ya afya ambazo tunaziita COVID protocols, kwa sababu ya ile hatari tuko ndani. Najua kwamba tutapata mwelekeo kutokana na ile program ambayo tuko nayo ya speeches fupi fupi kutoka kwa baadhi ya viongozi. Nichukue heshima hii kwa sababu tuko katika ward ya Central Maragoli, nimwalike mwakilishi wa eneo hili Mheshimiwa Evans Chunguli akaweza kupatiana ujumbe mfupi sana akitukaribisha hapa Central Maragoli. Karibu sana mheshimiwa.
Asante sana viongozi ambao wamejumuika hapa kutoka sehemu mbalimbali wakiongozwa na senator na speaker wetu katika jimbo letu la Senate kule Nairobi, ambaye pia ni guest speaker. Ningependa pia kujulisha Mheshimiwa His Excellency the Governor ambaye ako hapa wa Vihiga, speaker wetu, wajumbe wetu wa jimbo la Assembly la kule Nairobi, na wageni wengine wote, hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Kwanza ningependa kuchukua fursa hii kueleza watu wangu wa Central Maragoli ambao hangeweza kujumuika nasi leo pole, na ni kwa sababu ya janga la COVID ambao limeweza kutufanya tusiweze kujumuika wote katika uwanja huu. Your Excellency, mimi ningependa kujulisha kwamba umati ambao uko kule nje ni umati mkubwa ambao watu walikuwa na hamu ya kutaka kujua kwamba nini tunafanya katika bunge letu la Vihiga. Tachukua tu fursa hii kwa ufupi kueleza kwamba nawakaribisha nyinyi wote hapa Central Maragoli, nikiwaeleza kwamba watu wa Central Maragoli walikuwa na hamu na bado wakana hamu kuweza kujumuika nasi wakati wowote ule ili kuweza kuona kwamba bunge mashinani linaweza kuingia katika vijiji vyetu. Bunge mashinani itatupa fursa nzuri sana sisi kama viongozi kuweza kueleza watu wetu mambo ambayo yanaambatana na devolution. Na mimi nina furaha. Na mimi nataka kumshukuru speaker wetu kwa kuweza kuchukua hii fursa kuweza kuleta bunge mashinani hapa Vihiga na haswa katika region yetu ya Western. Heko speaker wetu Mdeizi. Pili, ningependa kueleza kwamba tukiwa na bunge mashinani, yale mambo tumekuwa kisikia kwamba hakutakuwa na uelewano kwa kutenda kazi utaisha. Na mimi najua watu wetu ambao wamejumuika wote na sisi wataweza kuungana na sisi tutakapokuwa tukifanya vikao vingine katika jimbo zingine ama ward zingine katika Vihiga. Sitachukua muda mrefu kwa sababu ya wakati. Ningependa kumtambua leader of minority aje aweze kuchukua sehemu iliyosalia kutoka hapo. Asanteni. Kwa majina ni Mheshimiwa Evans Chunguli Kilaha, MCA wa wadi hii ya Central Maragoli. Asante. Leader of minority.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker of the Senate, Honorable Ken Lusaka, His Excellency, the Governor wetu wa Vihiga, Honorable Daktari Wilbur Tichiro, Madam Speaker wa bunge letu la Vihiga, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Mrembe. on behalf of other members, our chief guests, allow me, first of all, to thank you most sincerely for finding time to be with us. This initiative of Bunge Mashinane, it has taken us time to plan because we know its benefits to the people of Vihiga. Your Excellency, our chief guest and our Excellency Governor, I'm lucky I'm serving my second term. But the other members we were with, we had very good debaters, very good MCs at articulating their people's issues. But because their electorate didn't know exactly what they were doing in the parliament, and they never used to attend funerals. So they were associated that because they don't attend funerals and they don't attend a rampage, they were not performing. And yet at the assembly, they were very good debaters. They really articulated the issues of their electorate. What I'm trying to say is that this initiative is going to help us, our people, understand our roles. As we take this to the ward levels and the people will be involved, they will know our really jobs or our really roles, both at the legislative and oversight. Without wasting much time, I want to thank all who have attended this session, and we want to assure our people of Vihiga that as we roll out this program, it will enable you to participate. We come from different areas with unique problems that we need to be given priorities. So as we come to the areas, like for example, when we shall be coming to Rwanda, and I want to make sure that next is Rwanda, because Rwanda is a unique place. It has several problems, and yet it is the hub in terms of revenue. It is the area which gives this county a lot of revenue, but it has got so many problems. So as Your Excellency, I want to push to make sure that next program we are doing it in Rwanda so that our people knows exactly what you are articulating for. With those few remarks, allow me to once again thank you, especially Honorable Speaker of the Senate, my friend Lusaka. You used to host us in your place, but nowadays you don't do that. I don't know what. I was just reminding you are in December, so please revive those visits so that we can again come. With those few remarks, allow me to invite, with a lot of respect, my senior Majority Leader to give his remarks. Thank you very much. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Ken Lusaka, our Governor, Wilbur Tichilu, our Speaker, and all of us. Mirembe, hamujambo. Yangu ni kusema tu asante kwa sababu tumekuwa na ndoto. This was a dream which had taken us almost a year, but today we are realizing the dream. So that makes me happy, and more happy because we have been able to have it graced by His Excellency, the Senator Speaker. Yesterday, we saw you as a big man. I don't know, when you came to Vihiga, you became smaller. I think because of the power of the Senate, that's why you looked too big. But you are a lawyer, and you have proved that you are a lawyer. For you to take on 3 hours to sleep, just to be here with us, we appreciate. We really appreciate. I want to say that our speech about this launch is prepared and presented by our Speaker, Nandan Hazina Mudeizi. I don't think I should say more. The only thing that I will say, I'm happy the way Minority Leader said, people will realize that we are busy here when we go down to the ground. Because many times that we leave our electors waiting for us. Sometimes we abandon them because we have an activity in assembly. But they seem not to understand really that is part of the role they elected us to do. But by taking this program down to the people, I believe we will now start appreciating that we are also supposed to do other things for them. That is terms of legislation. Therefore, I thank the Speaker because that has been her initiative for coming up with this, and I'm sure our people will be happy and will be more involved in the public participation because I believe this will enhance their interest. Thank you very much. I want to call upon our Deputy Speaker to come in, say a few remarks, and welcome our Speaker who will take us the next level. Thank you very much, and good afternoon.
Thank you. Our Excellency the Governor, Our Excellency the Deputy Governors are present, our Speaker, Honorable Madam Daisy, our members of the National Parliament, the County Commissioner and his team, my colleagues, the Deputy Speakers of Bungoma and the Kisumu, the speakers around, the Chair CAF, all honorable members, and all those who have been invited are representing various groups, our youth, our church leaders. Good afternoon. Mine will be very short. I'll want to recognize the members of the County Assembly of Vihiga and from other counties who are present, just by a show of hand. Honorable Kaishia, Honorable, those are our honorable members. I want to recognize the Deputy Speaker of Kisumu and the Bungoma. Don't know whether they are seated. Thank you. I'll have a few words to make. This initiative of Bunge Mashinani is an initiative that actually takes the Bunge Mashinani to the people. And as you know, most of the time when we leaders are elected and nominated, sometimes we might not interact with all people on the ground. But this is a great initiative which was actually initiated by Honorable Madam Speaker. It's a good initiative that actually takes this Bunge Mashinani close to the people so that people can understand how we run our assemblies and what kind of business that we actually discuss in those assemblies, and even inform them the kind of laws that we passed just to make the national government, the county government, the executive actually to move. And as we are here launching this Bunge Mashinani, we are very grateful for our people, our host, Madam Mudeza and the Honorable Governor, and our key guest of the Speaker of the Senate. Despite having a busy schedule, he actually managed to be here this morning so that we can actually be together and assist us in getting to know more about how we can articulate our issues in the Assembly. Having said that, I'll not take too long. I'll ask Honorable Madam Mudeizi, who is the Speaker of the County Assembly, to come and pick it from there. I'm Honorable Zakaria Mrefu, the Deputy Speaker, Vihiga County Assembly. Thank you.
Thank you. Our chief guest, Right Honorable Speaker Senate, Ken Lusaka, Your Excellency, the Governor, Dr. Wilbur Otichilo, our Deputy Governor, Dr. Patrick Saisi, and all distinguished Deputy Governors present, our MPs present, the host MP, our Women Rep, members of County Assembly Forum, our Chair, Honorable Wahome, Speaker Nyandarua, CECs present, CEOs, our CS, County Attorney, our administration, County Commissioner is present with his team, members of the Fourth Estate, the respective groups we invited, the youth, religious leaders, PWDs. Good afternoon. Mrembe. Mrembe Kandi. I keep on saying that we are told, sometimes we forget, even in English you want to repeat good afternoon again. Because our culture, we say Mrembe, Mrembe Kandi. Yes, today I am excited. Quite excited and privileged and humbled to host all distinguished guests present. I am grateful. Before I make my remarks, I'd wish to call upon Chair Kaf so that he can also recognize our colleague speakers present. Thank you. Kaf, Honorable Ndegwa.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker for Vihiga County Assembly, Honorable Hasnam Daisy, our chief guest of honor today, Right Honorable Kenneth Rusaka, our Speaker for the Senate, and thank you for the good work you are doing. Your Excellency, the Governor for Vihiga, the County Commissioner, Deputy Governors, the Mama County and the MP, honorable members of Vihiga County Assembly, the residents of Vihiga, all protocols observed, Mlembe Kandi. Asante sana. I'm always home when I'm in Vihiga. And actually, Vihiga is the assembly I've visited most times as the chairman of the County Assemblies Forum. And therefore, I feel at home. But before I say anything, Chief Guest, I have tried to mention all the protocols so that my members, when they just hear their voice, they mention where they come from and what they do in the family of CAF, so that we shall take only 1 minute with that. So no protocols, only the Chief Guest and His Excellency. Then your name, Anne, we can start with you. The persons we are coming, we can come and line here, the Deputy Speakers, the Speaker, and the Deputy Secretary General.
Your Excellency, the Governor, our Chief Guest, and all protocol observed. My name is Anne from Narok. I'm representing South Rift Cluster. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anne.
Your Excellencies, Right Honorable Senate Speaker, the Governor, Deputy Governors, honorable members and guests. My name is Stephen Wafula Malwa, Deputy Speaker, Bungoma County Assembly. Thank you.
Thank you.
To the Chief Guest, Speaker of the Senate, the Governor, the area, and all invited guests. Mirembe. Mirembe. I've just been told that you say it twice, so I'm trying. I am Honorable Joachim Okech, the MCA for Kondele, and the Deputy Speaker, Kisumu County. Nimeleta salamu kutoka Darfur. That is the only unconstitutionally not recognized barracks for Baba, and that is why you have to receive all the greetings from my base. Thank you very much.
To the Chief Guest, the Senate Speaker, Honorable Ken Lusaka, the Governor, Vihiga County, protocols observed. Good afternoon. I'm Elisha Jakoraro, Speaker, Kisumu County. I'm a neighbor to this county. In fact, the MCA, is it South Maragoli? Elisha Mara. Lishamara is there, that's my neighbor, just bordering where I come from. I'm privileged to be here, and I want to assure you, the Speaker, Vihiga County Assembly, that what you are doing today, we did it some times back. We launched our Bunge Mashinani, and it's working. Unfortunately, when COVID came, we had to make a slight stop, but we are resuming. It's important because the electors must know what the governor is doing and what the assembly is doing. But just a word of caution to the members of the assembly and probably the governor. Like Senate Speaker puts it, the Constitution provides that there shall be a county government, and the county government is headed by the governor. And then we have the executive and the assembly. So in Kisumu, we have adopted the policy of consultation and dialogue. That is it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chair. The guest of honor, who is the Senate Speaker, Honorable Ken Lusaka, Your Excellency the Governor, Honorable Dr. Wilbur Otichlo, and all protocol observed. Mlembe, Mlembe Swa, Mlembe Te, Mlembe Mia. In Bungoma, when we say Mlembe Te, you repeat Te Te. When we say Mlembe Mia, you say Mia Mia. When we say like that, okay? So can we go? Mlembe Swa, Mlembe Te, Mlembe Mia, Mulibalamu. Can you clap for yourselves? You are a very good class. Naitwa Reba Wabwile, MCA Bungoma County Assembly, and the Deputy Secretary General, County Assemblies Forum. I want to say this, Chair, allow me to say one thing in 1 minute. That we are humbled to be here. Madam Speaker, I wish she was here. The only lady speaker in Western region who has launched, who has brought Bunge Mashinani, something our speakers in Western region have not done. The power of the woman. The Lady Mudaisy is the smallest among the speakers, and she's leading a very powerful house, Vihiga County Assembly. Guest of honor, sir, that goes without mentioning that we have powerful ladies in Luyaland. Nadanganya matema ukwe. Obungali nomba. So we are seated here emphasizing on the role of the MCA. The three roles. I want to thank the Honorable Speaker Senate for accepting to come. In fact, I'm very sure most people knew you would not come. And you know when you are invited at a place, and you know that the guest of honor, an honorable guest of honor will not come. Just but it's going to be a surprise to many that with his busy schedule, he made it to Vihiga. It is your home, made it a habit, and I know the Deputy Governor Bungoma, who must have slipped out a short while, is, thank you, Professor. You know, Bungoma is overly represented in this meeting. We are having the professor in the house, our Deputy Governor. We have our Senate Speaker, who is the son of the soil of Bungoma. We have our Deputy Speaker, who is the MCA Soisambu. I myself, the Deputy Secretary General, and I've just seen Honorable Mangoli at the back. Yes, please. Honorable Mamangoli is a resident of Bungoma. He just walked in when we were doing something. So Bungoma is in the house, and allow us copy this so that when the senator goes out to do the same activity, he should be in Bungoma. I want to finish off, Chair, by saying that Vihiga is in very good books at the County Assemblies Forum. We have very many issues on our table. concerning issues between the governor and the speaker, Mara Nini. Lakini I want to thank Your Excellency. Your assembly is doing very well. But the only problem is, si unajua, hiyo ingine ya kuhakikisha kwamba Christmas wanakula vizuri. Ama namna gani? Si Manyasa ako hapa? Na nani ako hapa analo sijamuona? I think the chair will recognize that. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you very much, Chief Guest of Honor. Thank you very much for those words. And honorable members of County Assembly's Forum, asanteni sana kuja kusimama na Vihiga County Assembly. Na nikitaka kwa haraka haraka, Mheshimiwa Manyasa, you can stand and wave. Mheshimiwa Manyasa represents Vihiga County Assembly in CAF. We have a governing council which is represented by 2 members and the speaker. Mheshimiwa Manyasa is one of them. The other one is Mheshimiwa Analo. I have not seen her. Okay, and then the speaker, the 3 of them. Mheshimiwa Chief Guest, is that we came here because we wanted to run what our speaker, Hasanam Daisy, had planned. We wanted to see this concept of Bunge Mashinani, because we thought, as County Assembly's Forum, that this is a concept we are going to borrow, because it will save most of our members who are never understood by their constituents, what they do. So their constituents will be able to see them when they do what they know best. That is representation, that is oversight, and that is registration. You go like what the deputy minority leader is saying, you go to Rwanda, let us Mheshimiwa Mudaisi, ile maneno itafanywa huko sub-county ya Rwanda, ni ile maneno inahusu watu wa Rwanda. So they know what this parliament of Vihiga is doing for the people. And utaona minority leader amerudi mara ingine na mara ingine, because most of us, naambianga waheshimiwa wangu huko Nyandaro, tunakufa kifo ya bure kwa sababu mwananchi hajui vile unafanya. But when we take Bunge Mashinani huko, watafanya kazi mzuri. The other issue is that they will be able also in the Yakamukujis, and we have learned from our senior, the Right Honorable Senator. Akienda mahali Bunge Mashinani ya Senate, anafanya kamukuji na wananchi. They listen directly from the people. So that now when you go Mashinani, you are going to even be able to tell the people about many things. Kama sasa Right Honorable Chief Guest, ni kwamba kuna maneno mingi sana kama ya kitu kama BBI. But our people, they don't understand some of these issues. Like now, the county assemblies of this country and the family of devolution are the main beneficiary of this document. And I know, Mheshimiwa, when you go Mashinani, our people of Vihiga will know about this, that we are getting 35% of the last audited accounts. If that happens, we shall get at least 1 trillion Kenya shillings to our counties. And now we only have 316. These are some of the things that we don't understand, how transformational that this can happen to this country. Our assemblies now, we have to go through Mheshimiwa Otishiro, and I know for Vihiga we have no problems, and in many other counties, but there are some counties we have problems to get money through the executive, especially if you are asking so many questions. Now the BBI has created a fund for us called County Assemblies Fund, where now we are going to draw our money directly from that fund without going to the governor's county revenue fund. We have been asking for pesa ipelekwe mashinani. How many of our people know that there is now in the Constitution of Kenya the World Development Fund, where money will go and be managed the same way like CDF at the world level? This is now in the BBI Constitutional Amendment Bill, and therefore an MCA, over and above educating the people about what they are doing, they are also going to be part and parcel and involve their people in the governance all the way from the ward. We have also, as county assemblies, and we are thanking about that Chief Guest, that CCs, Mheshimiwa Otishiro, will be able in the next government to pick 5 MCAs as part of his cabinet. These are positive things that are happening in this report. Under Article 179 of the constitution, sisi tumeonekana wakati mwingine kama watu wanapeleka maneno yao mahali haitakikani, because the constitution was saying that the governor and the deputy governor are the chief executive of the county. Inasimama hapo. Now, when we did our presentation to the Haji committee, it was added that the governor and the deputy would be the CEOs at the county, but directly answerable to the county assemblies. Another win for us. And finally, for the county assemblies, is that Bereni, na mheshimiwa mama county na mheshimiwa, mlikuwa mumeweka kitu hapo ya kutufinya sisi kama MCAs. Ati kwamba tukitaka kiti yako, tulisign kiti ya MCA 6 months before elections. Mnajua mtatufinya hapa, tutakataa kulisign. Sasa hiyo imeondolewa. MCA atakaa kwa ofisi na atasimama kiti na atawasha kuwa MCA siku ya elections. Kwa hivyo hiyo viti yenu tunakuja. So we are okay, we are happy with this BBI constitutional amendment bill because the main beneficiary are assemblies of this country. Asanteni sana na Mungu ambariki. Asante Hasana.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you very much. Chief Guest, allow me to ask our team, the media team, to play a few clips that were sent by some of the dignitaries we expected to be with us today. As they prepare that, I want to recognize the presence of Honorable Yusuf Chanzu. He's with us. We appreciate your presence. Thank you, Honorable Yusuf Chanzu. We appreciate your presence. We also appreciate the presence of Honorable Mangoli. Thank you for your attendance. You'll forgive me if I'm not mentioning any other dignitary, but we do appreciate your presence. Are the video clips ready? Please proceed. Honorable CS, please proceed.
Governor, as well as the county assembly of Vihiga, led by Daisy. So thank you very much. First of all, may I start by congratulating the county government of Vihiga, led by Governor Utichilo, my good friend and brother, as well as the county assembly of Vihiga, led by Daisy. She has been an exceptional speaker and a leader. I know we have very few women speakers in Kenya, and she has been one of the most competitive, and in terms of performance, we are very impressed that under her leadership and the leadership of Governor Otichilo, Vihiga County has set the pace in terms of legislation. When I was Minister for Water, they were amongst the first counties to pass the Water Act. When it comes to special planning, they were amongst the first counties that had a lab that I went there to launch. And also, when we are looking at issues, climate change, they were amongst the first counties again to perform. So I'm very, very pleased that again, apart from Makueni County, Vihiga County is leading from the front on matters public participation. And they already have in place an act passed by the Vihiga County Assembly. And I'm looking forward to going down to Vihiga so that we can officially launch the Bunge Mashinani initiative that will ensure that we strengthen the policy and legal framework for public participation so that we can have effective public participation by the people. Indeed, under Article 10 of our Constitution, public participation is part of our national values. It is now a constitutional right of every Kenyan, wherever they may live, in whichever county in this country, to participate in the decision-making processes And that is also the main objective of devolution under Article 174C, where governance has been brought down to the lowest level. Power has been given to people to make decisions and to participate in matters that affect them and that are important to them. So what we are asking counties and all county assemblies to do is to borrow a leaf from Vihiga County Assembly, so that we strengthen matters public participation at the national level. We already have a policy and a bill before Parliament on public participation, so that we can ensure, even as we're looking at increasing resources to the counties, that we don't devolve corruption. We want the increased devolved resources through BBI going to the counties from 15% to 35% to have the input of the people. We want people knowing how much more money is coming to our county, how much is coming to our sub-county and our ward, because we're also talking of a ward development fund. And this enhances the role of the MCAs. And that is why I'm happy that Vihiga County has
my Christmas greetings. I also wish to convey my Christmas greetings to the people of Vihiga and to urge them that as they observe, as they go through the Christmas festivities, they should make sure that they are keeping safe. COVID-19 is still with us. It is still ravaging our people. Please make sure that all the necessary protocols are followed when there are public gatherings. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless you all. Thank you.
Senate is a child of the Constitution of Kenya, and the Constitution is the mother law of any land. So in Article 93, the Kenyan people did establish two houses of parliament. That's the National Assembly and the Senate. But when you go to Article 96, that is where you find out the role of the Senate, which is first of all to take care of the county interests, county government interests, to oversight money that goes to the county governments, and to legislate, to come up with legislation that affect counties. So this is really a house that takes care of the interests of county governments, and county governments we mean both the executive and the county assemblies. And that's why you've seen that we've been, the Senate has been in the forefront of legislating, coming up with legislation that defends county governments. We have been very careful not to claw back the gains that devolution has gotten, and that's why we've been coming up with legislation that strengthens the county governments. And one of the most important aspects of the 2010 Constitution was public participation. Now, public participation is very, very key, and that's why you realize that in every project now, in everything that both the national government and the county government are undertaking, there must be public participation. And by public participation, in fact, we came up with our legislation on public participation, which is still lying in the National Assembly. It was clearly defining what we mean by public participation, because public participation is not somebody ferrying people, your friends or your sycophants, to a function to rubber stamp a project that you want to undertake. Public participation is deeper than that, and that also gives an opportunity, it affords an opportunity for people of that particular county government or national government to own the projects that they are undertaking. There's what we call ownership. For example, if you want to construct a factory, then public participation will be, people will be called, people will give their views and people will approve that project, and therefore they will own that project as opposed to a project just being imposed on the people. So public participation is very, very important, and we want to encourage all county governments want to encourage both national and county governments to ensure that they undertake public participation. We have cases where projects have had to be cancelled because somebody has gone to court to challenge the whole project because there's no public participation. So it's important. But lastly, I want to take this opportunity to thank the people of Vihiga for giving me an opportunity to be part and parcel of their mashinani public participation activity that they are undertaking. And I want to urge also other county governments, our county assemblies, to follow suit, to take a cue from what the county government of Vihiga has done. And I'm very proud of Vihiga because apart from being the Speaker of the Senate of the Republic of Kenya, I also come from Western Kenya. So when I see good things coming out of that part of Kenya, I also feel very happy.
My name is Hasnam Daisy, the Speaker of Vihiga County Assembly. Today, as an assembly, we are indeed honored and profoundly grateful to have all of you grace this historic moment. As an assembly, we started this journey of Bunge Mashinani, and in other words, public participation, with an objective, with a clear objective to enhance public participation as provided for under our Constitution. Our Constitution 2010, in particular Articles 174 of our Constitution, read together with Articles 185 and Section 8 of the County Government Act, which compels all county governments to promote and facilitate public participation in decision-making and governance. As an assembly, the Vihiga County Assembly has made a decision to actualize those provisions under the Constitution. As legislators, we did pass a bill, a public participation bill, that incorporated a chapter on public participation, and in particular, the Bunge Mashinani initiative. It is a program that will incorporate the views of the people, will hear and address the issues our people have. We will take the Bunge to the people. As an assembly, I want to appreciate all the dignitaries, all the distinguished guests who have graced this occasion, because today is the launch of Bunge Mashinani. We have made it possible in terms of legislation, legal framework, and now we are looking at implementation. We would wish to roll the program as from next year so that we can implement the provisions under the law that the County Assembly has passed. As an assembly, we have also put a policy in place that will ensure that implementation of this initiative happens. And in particular, the Vihiga County Public Participation Bill that was assented into law the other day. We are so grateful and we look forward to implement the same starting from next year. We are profoundly humbled. All you present share the same dream with Vihiga County Assembly. We want to work with you and take the Bunge of Vihiga to our people.
Thank you. Thank you. I think there was a mix-up on the clip for His Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, but it will be played later on. May I now take this opportunity to read my speech? Our chief guest, Right Honorable Speaker of the Senate, Honorable Ken Lusaka, Cabinet Secretary for Devolution. As I said, he was to be with us today. His Excellency, Dr. Wilbur Otichilo, our Deputy Governor, Dr. Patrick Saisi, Excellencies, Governors, Deputy Governors present, honorable members of Parliament, our National Parliament, our Chair CAF, Honorable Ndegwa, honorable colleague speakers, honorable members of County Assembly of Vihiga, and all our guests, MCAs present, our executive, CECs, CEOs present, our county secretary, our clerk, our partners who are here, representatives from various groups that we've invited, religious leaders, distinguished guests, including our administration who are here, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today marks a historic moment for Vihiga County Assembly, and indeed for Vihiga County government. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, we will recall on the 27th of August 2010, Kenyans overwhelmingly ushered in a new constitution that changed the structure of governance in our country. Under Article 1 of our Constitution 2010, sovereignty belongs to the people, and that the power and authority of the elected representatives is delegated by the people. Article 174C of our Constitution further compels county governments and governmental institutions to facilitate and enhance participation of the people in decision-making. Today, the County Assembly of Vihiga is extremely humbled to launch this program dubbed Bunge Mashinani, with the objective to operationalize the aforesaid articles of the Constitution 2010. I'm indeed grateful for our honorable members for approving and passing the Vihiga County Assembly and Civic Engagement Bill 2020, which was assented into law by His Excellency the Governor, Dr. Wilbur Otichilo. With the policy and the legal framework in place, I am contented that implementation of this program shall be achieved. The significance of public participation and civic awareness cannot be emphasized enough, particularly in matters of good governance and accountability. Direct involvement of our people in decision-making is critical to achieving effective and efficient service delivery to our people. As an assembly, we are convinced, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the implementation of this program, Bunge Mashinani, shall largely better our major roles stipulated under Article 185 of our Constitution, read together with Section 8 of the County Government Act, the same being legislation, oversight, and representation. The idea is to undertake parliamentary proceedings in public, away from the normal House proceedings across the 5 sub-counties, at the ward level, in a language our people understand best. Meaning, we'll be able to even speak in our language. We'll be able to speak in Swahili so that we can communicate to our people. It is our respectful view that Bunge Mashinani program shall form part of the county government's roadmap towards addressing challenges and the gaps in public participation, creating awareness through empowering the public on their roles in governance, processes, and addressing need-based issues. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I must admit that I run a robust and a vibrant assembly with very, very dedicated honorable members. It is through their collective cooperation, teamwork, and progressive hard work in implementing the higher calling as mandated to them by the citizens they represent that has greatly contributed to the realization of this noble cause. I salute you all, and may we appreciate my honorable members. I'm about to say order, order, order. May we appreciate them with a round of applause. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today my assembly is also celebrating the ranking by Infotrack, a reputable research civic awareness institution, which placed Vihiga County Assembly as the best county assembly amongst Western Region assemblies, and 11th nationally. My assembly also last year also won the best assembly in the Western Region Gala Awards. And the best speaker within this region. I'm certain that Vihiga Assembly will go down in history for the things we have done. the legislative bit of what we've done, the oversight and representation. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to emphasize and encourage us on key virtues: integrity and accountability as our litmus test. Ultimately, integrity is the valuable and respected quality of leadership and from our people. Let's uphold Chapter 6 of our Constitution that speaks to integrity in good governance and leadership. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, having said so much, I once again want to take this opportunity to sincerely thank you all for finding time to attend this event and convey our most deepest appreciation from all the members of the County Assembly and all the citizens of Vihiga County for the honor you have bestowed on us by gracing this launch. I also wish to profoundly appreciate our partners. It wouldn't have been possible. They are partners who have worked with us. They have built our capacity. Partners like USAID, Ahadi, US Ambassador, Kale Makata, you remember the other day he visited our assembly. I guess we are the only assembly the US Ambassador has visited. That was because of the relationship we've had with them since we started this term, 2017. And the training they have taken us through. We also appreciate the Ministry of Devolution. We appreciate the CS Wamalwa. We appreciate the Senate. We appreciate County Pension Fund. We appreciate our county government, led by Honorable Wilbur Otichilo. We appreciate our members of parliament. It is because of their support that we are able to move the way we are moving. Thank you. As I conclude, David Melding once said, and I quote, "Good laws need to be formed through contributions and opinions from the people. Development priorities must therefore focus on people's needs. Bunge Mashinani program will therefore provide the tool to be used in achieving this." Finally, I wish to take this opportunity to wish you all happy festivities and a prosperous New Year 2021. Thanking you, and God bless you. May I take this opportunity to invite our Deputy Governor, Dr. Patrick Saisi.
Our chief guest, the Right Honorable Speaker Lusaka, His Excellency Dr. Wilbur Otichilo, our commissioner here, Ochilo Yugi, our host MP, Mr. Gagesi, Mama County Beatrice Adagala, my fellow deputy governors who are here today, the Speaker and the County Assembly, and all protocol observed. Mirembe Bosi, Mirembe, Murivalamu. I'm very happy to be here today. Before I invite the host MP of the area to bring in the members of parliament who are here, I would like to acknowledge our CEOs, if they are here. Chief of SARS, please stand wherever you are. If they are here, please wave to the congregation. Wapigieni makofi yao. Very good. I would also like to acknowledge our CCMs, yani mawaziri who are here today. Mawaziri, please stand if you are here, so that we can count on you. Just wave. Wapigieni makofi. We have also our County Secretary. Is he here? The County Secretary is where? Yeah, very good. Pigeni makofi. Thank you very much for the work you have done to make sure that today is a very good day. I would like, first, before I call him,
we had our competitor here for governorship, and let me give him just a word, kwa sababu sisi tulienda na ng'ombe yeye akabaki tupu, asija akafikiri hatumpendi. Ya dakika moja tu mheshimiwa, kwa sababu siasa lazima ukubali kushindwa. Karibu dakika moja, alafu nipatie host.
Yeah, the guest today, the Speaker of the Senate. In fact, I'm very happy that you are here today, because there's something I wanted to tell you about what happened yesterday. How many people think that it was very wonderful? Now, the governor, Honorable Tichilo, and viongozi wote ambao mko hapa, mjambo. I'm happy to be here. The reason why I'm not properly dressed, and Speaker, I think both of you bear with me on this one. I'm not properly dressed. The reason was I was in Naivasha. I was attending a meeting. Then I received an invitation, a phone call, to attend this function, and I thought it was very important. Because the subject that we are discussing today, I think it's so important. Because if this thing doesn't work, if this thing of public participation, we don't use it, then there was no point of us having a new constitution. Because we were saying everything was concentrated in Nairobi. And we said that we want to devolve, so we want to take leadership and the authority and the resources to the counties. Now money comes, I don't know, Governor, I have not been able to check how you are using the money. But you know, there are some things which I think they are human. And you know, they come to our ears. When, for example, you hear that there are nurses who have not been paid, those kind of things. But that is happening all over the country. Now, something, Speaker, I don't know how we are going to address this one. These guys, there is a leader of the MCS who spoke here. And he talked about a lot of money coming to the counties. By the way, if you look at the Constitution, that is what was intended. So I think we needed to do some kind of change at the top in order for that to happen. I've been having a problem. When I hear Oparanya, who is the chairman of the Council of Governors, telling people that, or the workers, that for 3 months he has not received money to pay. And those are the issues that I think we should be able to address as we approach the referendum. Because, you know, there is no point of telling me that you are going to buy for me a Mercedes car and you not afford to buy it. You can't even buy for me a Toyota car. So these are the things that I would like us to address. Me, I don't think I want to talk a lot, because I just came because I wanted to honor the invitation. This being my county, this being my constituency, this being my ward, me being the one who initiated this Kiwanja here. I'm wishing that you make it bigger and better, so that in the future, we can have something to celebrate between me and you as friends. Now, the issue of the election, which the Deputy Governor was saying, I think it was not like that. But you know, once things happen the way they happened, it's better to say, kwaheri na hiyo vitu. I had a reason why I wanted to be governor, because I had seen some shortcomings. But people did not want, so I can't force them. So since they gave you the governorship, uendelee na ugovernor. Mimi wacha mimi nirudi mahali nilikuwa, nifanye pale. So I think Kivai, I called Kivai at night when we didn't have time to get a candidate. So I called him and told him, come and take this seat. But since things didn't work, I guess you move back where you are. And me, I move now, mahali nilikuwa. I think, alafu nikichoka nitakuachia tena. So, I think that's the only message I can pass. I campaigned for all these guys. I campaigned for Kina Dagala, all of them, but I'm happy that they won. So Sahia Dagala, you have to, you have to scratch my back this time now. This is what Managolis are saying in Vihiga constituency. So Asanteni Sana, thank you, Speaker, for finding time. I know how busy the schedule is. I know sometimes we are able to meet in Nairobi. I know what you are going through. But I'm very happy that every function we have had here, even when the Deputy President was sending things to Hamisi, you came. Even when my mother passed away, you went to Hamisi, but you passed at my place. So we want a return. There's a lady who spoke very well here from Bungoma. What I want you to do, organize something like this and make sure that I come there, because you see, let me tell you what I mean. It's a serious message. Now he's telling me, but I don't talk too much. I don't talk. This is the only forum I have to talk. After this, because you are the governor, you talk. Now I want to tell you this. No, this is a serious message for a very important and serious message. You know, somebody like Lusaka, when he goes to Bungoma, he cannot praise himself. He cannot praise himself in Bungoma. You need to have other people like from other counties in Western and other parts of the country to come there. That is when the praise, because you can't praise yourself. Like me, I can't praise myself here. I need Kenneth, when you come here, you also praise me. Yeah, that is how it works, because you know you can't praise yourself in your own home. It is somebody else to tell you that this man is a good guy. So I think you organize that. We shall come. Because the campaign is talking about, you know, campaign is starting. I was member of parliament here. But I gave it out because I thought I was going to be governor. And since I didn't become governor, I want to take back my seat as member of parliament. Okay, asanteni sana. Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year, okay? Thank you.
Okay. I'm sure wherever Kagesi is, the seat seems to be. It is, but that's why I wanted him to talk, then he will have to respond. Now I would like to invite the sitting MP of Vihiga, Mheshimiwa Kagesi. Umesikia mambo hivi imesemwa. Sisi amesema mkono amesema ugavana ni hatari. Asante sana.
Bwana Deputy Governor, umwambie kama ugavana ni hatari, MP ni hatari zaidi. Aje kama amejipanga, sina mahali pa kwenda. Our chief guest for today, who is our own brother, Right Honorable Kenneth Lusaka, our governor, my brother Wilbur Otichilo, Madam Speaker, Asante sana, Mudeizi, all the deputy governors who are here today, our administration led by our county commissioner, our church leaders who are present today, and all other leaders present, Nawageni Bosi, all protocol observed, Nawasalimia. I'm very glad to be here. I'm very happy to be here because this is a very important day in the calendar of Vihiga, the management of Vihiga County, and especially the County Assembly. Just like I want to tell our chief guest, I want to tell him that as he was transacting business yesterday, I was watching him from Malindi last night. And when I talked to the speaker, nikamwambia niko kwa retreat, official retreat hapa Malindi. Itakuwa ngumu mi kufika nyumbani because Malindi is not like Mombasa. We have very restricted flights. But nilifanya juu chini. So as you went to, you slept 3 hours, me I slept 2, to make sure that I'm here today. So I'm very glad to be with you today. Although the Speaker had already recorded, I want to officially record the apologies of my colleagues who would have been here with us. Honorable Mulele, MP for Luanda, has sent me to record his apologies. The same with my colleague from Emuhaya, who is Honorable Mboko Milemba. My colleague from Sabatia, Honorable Agui. My colleague from Hamisi, who I think I left in Coast, Honorable Gimose. And this morning, I got a phone call from Honorable Osoti, who would have been here with you. Before I say my word, having recorded the apologies of my colleagues, I'm accompanied by a colleague of mine, Mama wetu, Mama County. Mama County, tumetembea na wewe, hata na wewe umetia bidii, we appreciate. Ambucheriza bandu Vihiga. Asante.
Thank you very much, Senate Speaker, Vihiga County Governor, Speaker of the Vihiga Assembly, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Yeah, this is a great day. I want to congratulate the Speaker of the County Assembly and the Assembly members and the county government for hosting this occasion today. I'll not leave behind the national government led by the county commissioner who is here. We have two governments here, the national and the county governments. Without going into much stories, I want today, on this auspicious day, we have gathered together to reflect on what has otherwise been a difficult and a challenging year due to novel corona pandemic. As I speak, the pandemic is wreaking havoc across the world and Kenya, just like many other countries entered a second wave of infections in October. But before I proceed, I wish to first express my sympathy to those who have lost loved ones to the pandemic. I send my warmest embrace to those of you that have been affected personally or through your nearest relations. I also wish to express my gratitude to each and every one of you, the people of Vihiga County, especially for those of you who are carrying out critical tasks to manage this crisis, including everyone from the medical profession to those who work every day to keep our family facilities and businesses operating. You have all set a great example of commitment and solidarity. And now, as we enter Christmas mood, we are yet again confronted with another challenge in our efforts to control the spread of the virus amongst our people. Given the rate at which new cases have grown over the last 2 months, there is every possibility that we do not take necessary precautions, then we may lose more lives. We are in a sociable society, and traditionally, we used to partying and hosting family gatherings during this period. However, it is evident that gatherings, especially social gatherings and parties, are the largest source of outbreaks. What this therefore means is that for us to protect our loved ones, we must sacrifice. Let us avoid social gatherings where possible, and if we must meet, then we must adhere to guidelines set up by the government through the Ministry of Health. Always remember to put on your masks correctly, sanitize or wash your hands, keep social distance, and at least 1 meter. Away from the COVID-19 pandemic history tells us that it is during this festival season that we lose many lives on our roads. I urge motorists, road users to exercise extra vigilance during the festival season. Every life on our roads counts, and we must be protected at all costs. Motorists are encouraged to be patient, extra vigilant, cautious to other road users. I believe that when COVID-19 is over, we'll rise from the pandemic, emerge even stronger. In that spirit, let us join hands to protect the lives of our people and build a community with a shared future for mankind. I wish to say, this is a great day. My speaker, Daisy, for the people of Vihiga to know actually what is happening. I salute you as the first woman in Western to hold such an elaborate date and day and what we are seeing around. This will teach, this is in line with the 2010 Constitution that mashinani, everything mashinani. Na wacha ni break protocol ya assembly kidogo. Speaker, I hope you will excuse me. Niongee Kiswahili kidogo. Kusema ukweli, this is what entails for devolution. Mashinani namna hivi. And nitafurahia sana Speaker, ukiendelea katika every sub-county, and if possible even the wards, kuzunguka, ndio tuone watu wanajua county assembly inafanya nini. Kwa sababu nimesikia mbunge wa Luanda Town akicomplain, watu ufikiria kuwa mbunge wa county assembly ama national assembly ni kuzunguka matanga na harambee. So hii itafanya watu wajue kitu gani ambacho wale watu wamechaguliwa wanafanya. So kila Husna Daisy hapa, our speaker of the county assembly. Na jambo lingine, Governor, you have given us what so far has been done. That's a plus. And even what you are going to do more, as also elected people, members of parliament, we have our role to play. There are things we have done. There are things we are yet to do. And we are going to make sure Vihiga is rising. You want to see county assembly leading. You want to see the county government leading. You want to see the MPs leading in everything that is supposed to be done. Kwa hivyo, mama wetu kutoka Bungoma, umesema mmekuja hapa watu wa Bungoma wengi. I'm very sure Kenya is represented here. I've seen people from Nyanza. Vihiga leads from the front. Why is Vihiga leading from the front? Vihiga is ready. Our speaker is here, he knows it. Vihiga is ready to lead this country come 2022. So long as COVID-19 imeenda, Vihiga is ready to lead this country, Kenya, under the leadership of His Excellency Musalia Mudavadi. Pigeni Musalia Mudavadi makofi. Namna hiyo speaker. And the way it is, with the sons and daughters of Mlembe, we are going to work as a team. We are going to be together and no one else will divide us. Si namna hiyo watu wetu. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Asante Mama County. I think COVID imetuharibia. We don't have too many public gatherings to say all the things we want to say. Now, for me, as I congratulate Vihiga County Assembly on this day, I have only one message for today. And that message is that, which was said earlier, Kenya has two governments. Kenya has the national government where we belong, and Kenya has the county government where my brother and the speaker are heading. These two governments were meant to be complementary. They were never meant to be adversarial. Hii ilitakana isaidie hii ingine. The reason we are complementary is because we serve the same customer. The customer ni hawa wananchi. I'll tell you just a simple, I was on a radio program this morning, and somebody asked me, last week, ulikuwa kwa constituency, ukilaunch maji. Nasikia kesho, you are launching a medical camp. How come? And I answered and said, we being complementary, inasema, whatever we can get from the national government through our friends, tulete nyumbani. Whatever the governor gets through whatever means, alete nyumbani, alafu tupatie watu wetu the whole cake. So normally when I have a capacity to build a road, I normally write to the governor. I write to the governor and ask the governor, I have intentions, I have the capacity to do ABCD. Can you allow me, because I know this is your function? When I have a medical camp like tomorrow, I do the same. I check with them. So let us live here knowing we all serve the people of Vihiga in complementary roles, and we should not be seen as if we are competing in any form or manner. Asanteni sana. Majina ni Ogesi Kagesi, mbunge wa Vihiga. Chanzu, pumzika my brother, I will help you to rest.
Ni ndio kalino. Sasa ningependa kumkaribisha County Commissioner aweze kutuongelesha kidogo na atupatie pia mawaidha ya National Government. Karibu sana County Commissioner wetu Ochilo Oyugi. Uwanja ni wako. Pigia yeye makofi, otherwise we shall be all of us arrested.
The chief guest, who is our Speaker of the Senate, the Right Honorable Kenneth Lusaka, our beloved Governor of Vihiga, Dr. Otichilo. Jina ni kama yangu lakini iko tofauti kidogo. The deputy governors who have attended this function, all protocols observed. My names are Ochilo Oyugi, the County Commissioner, Vihiga. I think I'm happy to associate myself with this function as a representative of the national government bureaucracy. I stand here on behalf of all national government officers, led by my county security committee, who are represented here. Maybe they can stand and you know them. It's Mr. Omolo, the county police commander, and there is Mr. Chepto, who is the county criminal investigation officer, and other national government officers. The reason for which I'm excited to be here is that I had an engagement with the Madam Speaker here. And when she talked to me about the concept, I was excited because we are now talking about devolving decision-making, and they have taken the lead, particularly in this region, to even devolve county assembly functions before we get the county ward fund that we are talking about. I think we are very proud of you. Vihiga, we've been leading this region in many areas. Since I came here, I think we were the first county to even form the county COVID response team. The very day it was announced, the next day, we formed our committee. And I want to say that I've observed how public participation is done. And in most areas, I have seen that it is done the way it is not supposed to be done. How I wish that this public participation that we are launching here today will be done the way it is supposed to be done. We have done public participation even when the T regulations were being validated here. Then you get a group of people brought, totally ill-prepared, not sensitized, coming only as cheerleaders. That is not how to make good legislation and policy. So, Madam, when you go mashinani, I want you to prepare the people. Sensitize them, give them documentation to read in time, so that when they come to make an input, they make constructive and meaningful input. I'll be monitoring very carefully how you do it, so that I don't stand here to say you've done it how it is not supposed to be done. to our neighboring counties, Kisumu, Nandi, and Bungoma, with whom we are in this region, we are delighted that you found time to come and be with us. Kisumu, you had already launched yours. How we wish we would benchmark with you. We in security sector do not like it when county assemblies and governors are at war, because then you invite the attraction of security personnel to barricade the county assembly. How I wish you released those men so that we can use them to catch the thieves ambao wanatusumbua. I was in Kisumu when Oraro and his county assembly was fighting all the time. When I came here, there was an attempt on Otichilo's government. And it was not nice because we had to barricade now the county assembly. It's not good music. And our chief guest, you said even yesterday, as you presided over proceedings over the governor for Nairobi, you said it is not very amusing. It is never amusing when somebody is a casualty. I want to also state that we in Vihiga and elsewhere where I've been as a county commissioner or as an administrator, I've always been striving to improve and make better relationship between county and the national government. When the county governments were started around 2013, the relationship between national government and some county governments was very frosty. And I think it came as a result of people not understanding their mandate properly. The Constitution is very clear that that relationship should be harmonious and consultative. And each of these levels of government have their mandate. Tunang'ang'ania nini? Why should we fight? And you have your functions, we have our functions, and there are concurrent functions also, that we are very clear who should do what, for instance, in cases of disaster. So I think because our clients are the same citizens of Vihiga who require security services are the same citizens that will demand development from the governor. So mine should be to provide an enabling environment so that that development can thrive. And when we do that harmoniously, it's mwananchi who will be the biggest beneficiary. As I add, as the chair of the county COVID response team, this disease is real. In its first phase, there was that thinking that it is a town thing. It has now come to the community. We are burying many people, and if we are not very careful, and I'm now addressing the political class, politicians are always excited when they see crowds. This is not the time to be excited to address crowds. This is the time to tell the crowds that they should thin out and wait until the disease is over, because if we continue with business as usual, there might be no voter to vote for you in 2022. Some of them might be gone, majority of them. So preserve your voters by exercising some restraint. And as I say this, we are all aware that public and political gatherings were suspended by His Excellency the President. They remain suspended in Vihiga. And I think all forms of gatherings, my MPs and the county assembly members, I think we have had very fruitful engagement. I want you to lead from the front and make people understand that we are not taking that decision in bad faith. We are taking that decision to save our population. And in the same line, I reiterate and announce here that every December we've been celebrating the cultural festivals. The Maragoli Cultural Festival, the Bunyore Cultural Festival, the Terik Cultural Festival, and the Teriki Cultural Festival. I announce here that they will not be there this year because of COVID. We want to save our people so that they can be able to celebrate those cultural festivals in the years to come. With those few remarks, I want to say my senior and colleague, Bwana Lusaka, when people were seeing you yesterday, me, I was seeing you in a different light. Those who thought that you would not just grind through the night and sleep even for 3 hours do not understand the material you are made of. Those days in school, we used to say, what alloy are you made of? When you have been the chair of the District Security Committee, Kajiado Marakwet, you stopped the Pokot from stealing the livestock from the Marakwet. That is more difficult, and we know who the Marakwets are. So I know you can even handle double the assignment you are given than what we saw yesterday. And with those few remarks, I wish you well and higher goals. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, County Commissioner. We respect you. When you speak, Uhuru Kenyatta has spoken. So we need to listen to what the national government is saying because we are part of it. Now, I would like to come now and be able to recognize my fellow deputy governors so that they can also say one or two things. I would like to request Professor Ngome to come and grace the occasion as we bring more. I know you will lead from the front. So acha tusikie Professor. No theory is practical.
Anazungumzia hataki kuweka, yani anafanyia kando kando, na mimi nazungumzia huko. I'll be very brief. The chief guest, Honorable Speaker Ken Lusaka, ambaye ni ndugu yetu wote, Governor Otichilo, wenzangu tukiongozwa na Dr. Patrick Saisi, kuna watu wengi MPs, kuna MCAs, kuna chairman wa CAF, viongozi wote, hamjambo. I know you are getting exhausted because you are waiting for the speech. The governor has given his. You are waiting for the speech from the chief guest. So those of us who have not spoken, we should be very brief to allow him time to address the people. Hii ni siku yake. But what I want to say, mimi nimekuja hapa, I represent the governor of Bungoma, Honorable Governor Otichilo. He's your very close friend. He would have liked to be here in person. Lakini ameshikika. I'll not explain beyond that. But when I'm here, there is no gap. There are two things I want to say. First, I want to appreciate the work that the governor and the county assembly and the members of the executive together with our colleague, our deputy governor, are doing. Governor, I want to make two remarks. One, you are on a journey of transforming Vihiga. And during this journey, there are people who will stop to throw stones at you. If you throw back, hutafika kwenye unaenda. Wacha watupe mawe, wewe focus on your target. That is what I want to say. Lakini mtu akibweka, unasimama na mawe, unampatia, you not get to your end. Hiyo ni message from Churchill. He said, when you are on a journey and you stop to throw stones at every barking dog, you'll not get to your end. So continue.
Wacha watu wabweke na wewe unafanya kazi. Already chanzo ametoka. Amesema alikuwa kwa mstari akapima uzito ametoka. Sasa amepima mwenzake. Mpambane. It is a democracy. Wacha ingiane. Yule ambaye anashinda achukue. Yule ambaye anashindwa atapata level yake. That's what I believe in. And then too, I wanted to address the Luhya nation. Dada yangu umesimama hapo kasema Musalia ndiye atatuongoza. We support him. But musidanganye viongozi wa Luhya wenye wako mbele kama Musalia and others, even Ken Lusaka. Badala ya kutembea hapa ukisema atapita, which is his home area, move elsewhere. Msaidie Kisumu, enda Siaya, enda Coast. Sasa wewe ni kama yule mtu anatongoza bibi ambaye tayari amekubali. Bibi amekubali na unatongoza nini? Sio unachukua tu vitu. Wewe tembea Kenya yote ukimsaidia na atafute watu kama sisi tukimsaidia. Atualike. Msidanganyane. Mimi I don't support the Tanga wing. Mimi niko kwa wing ya BBI. It's important I say that. But one thing that you must learn from Tanga, the head, he's very aggressive. He's everywhere. Ukitafuta bibi lazima uwe aggressive. Hata akikataa unasema tu ni mimi tu. Akisema ni mimi tu, anaenda motoni, anaenda kwa mto huko hapo. Anaenda kusiaga mahindi huko hapo. Hata kubali. Anasema mbona huyu mtu ananitongoza kila siku hata kama nimemkataa. Atabadilisha. So you people musidanganyane. I speak as a son from Luhya land. Taabu yetu ni uongo. Sasa wewe unatongozea hapa badala kutoka nje. Wewe ndio una taabu kubwa wewe kushinda mimi. I will say this as I finish. The other day, my senator of Bungoma alitolewa kama minority. Wetangula na Musalia wakatembea kwamba wako pamoja. Nikawaambia you people, don't be waiting for a crisis mkuje pamoja. Saa hii kuna mambo fulani yanafanyika, wanaambia watoke kila mtu atafute. Na hakuna Mluhya atasema huyu ndiye anatosha. You must emerge. Lazima Raila kufika penye amefika aliangusha others. Ruto kufika penye amefika aliangusha Moi. Moi alikuwa hataki aende, akasema mimi napita. So lazima mtu ajipange. Msidanganyane. Mimi ni Mluhya na nataka Mluhya awe hapo. Lakini tukienda vile tunaenda kudanganya watu, we shall not go anywhere. Mwisho, I was told this. I'm a professor of education. Na nimefundisha kwa muda mrefu that in life you may not always get what you want. But when you get hiyo Mungu amekupatia, you embrace it. You may be a married woman or a married man. Perhaps you are not living with the wife that you wanted to marry, the girl that you wanted to marry. Lakini huwezi ukaisha kila siku nasema, Jenny akikosewa nasema mimi ningaloa Mary, hamutaishi vizuri. If you don't get the one you love the one that you have. Sisi kama mnanisikia? Mtu ambaye you may be in this hole. You may not have wanted Otichiro, pengine ulitaka Chanzu, bahati mbaya kwako hakupita. Ulitaka Karanga, bahati mbaya kwake hakupita. Sasa the one you wanted to love hakuingia, mwenye yuko ni huyu, mpende. Huwezi kuishi tu na bibi akikosewa unasema ningaloa Mary, ningaloa Jane, utakula ugali. Mimi naitwa Profesa Ngome, nimeomba nizungumuze mapema, nikimbie Bungoma kwa sababu Senator Speaker was supposed to officiate at a function in Chesamisi. We were launching our alumni association. Ayego ulikuwa huko, unajua ni mwanafunzi wangu. Bwana Ayego ulikuwa huko. Sasa Speaker ameniambia yeye atazungumza mwisho, mimi nikimbie huko mbele. Sisi tunafanya kazi na spika vizuri, lakini siasa lazima fitina itokee kidogo. Fitina inatokea na mnasukumana kidogo, unaenda Jumapili una nil na Mungu anakusamea na mnaendelea. That is how siasa iko. Lakini tunapendana sana. Bwana asifiwe.
Msidanganyane bwana. Asante sana Professor Ngome, Professor of Education na Deputy Governor wa Bungoma. Tunashukuru. Tukiwa na yeye tunajua yeye ako, sisi ni madaktari tu, tulikuwa bado hatujapata uprofesa, but he is professing something. Let me invite Dr. Tarus. Ni kama Deputy Governors are doctors and professors. Tarus, uje usalimie watu. Yeye ni Deputy Governor wa Trans Nzoia. Karibu.
Thank you very much, my colleague, the Deputy Governor, our Chief Guest, Right Honorable Speaker of the Senate, Ken Lusaka, Governor of Vihiga, Speaker of the County Assembly, the Members of Parliament, Members of the County Assembly, the County Commissioner, all the people of Vihiga, ningependa kuwasalimu wote katika jina la Yesu. Bwana asifiwe. Mimi natoka Trans Nzoia, naitwa Dr. Stanley Kenei Tarus, Deputy Governor Trans Nzoia County. Nimeleta salamu ya gavana yangu Patrick Simiyu Kaemba. Sisi tulichaguliwa kwa chama ya Ford Kenya kama Profesa Ngome, na bado tunaomba hiyo nyumba yetu ikae vizuri. Tuko na shida kidogo, lakini nafikiri tutafika wenye tunaenda. So Governor and Chief Guest, pokea salamu ya Governor Kaemba. Congratulations Speaker for this day. It's a great day. Bunge Mashinani. We saw it in Makueni working. You have now brought it to Vihiga. I've carried something home to Trans Nzoia. Nitaenda ambia watu yangu, my speaker Werunga, niambia wake up. Kuna speaker chonjo huko Vihiga and she's a lady. Wewe unafanya nini bwana mzee mwenzangu? Let's wake up, we see this thing in the Mashinani. So we are very grateful on the people of Vihiga. We have come to stand with my brother, Deputy Governor Dr. Saisi. Sisi kama Deputy Governors, we work as a team. When you have something good, we stand with each other as brothers and sisters. So we've come to support my brother, Deputy Governor, also so that we make sure that whatever good thing is in your county, sisi naye tuna benchmark, tunapeleka nyumbani. The other day we were in Bungoma when they were launching their achievements. Today we are in Vihiga. Tomorrow I know we'll be in Trans Nzoia, we'll be in Kakamega, and that's how devolution should grow. One thing about Bunge Mashinani, there is an aspect being sponsored by World Bank about participatory budgeting. This will now make you go to the people, your budget ambaye governor anapropose. This through Bunge Mashinani, do it now with the people directly. That's what Makueni is doing, and we have picked it up in Trans Nzoia. Take the budget to the people, let the MCS give the budget to the people, let the people own the budget. So that when you do a project, wasiseme ni project ya governor, your project ya MCA, let the people own it. When the project comes, it's a county project and it's already been owned by the public through participatory budgeting. And that will be an achievement of Bunge Mashinani. Sitaki kusema mengi. I want to wish you well. God bless Vihiga. God bless Kenya. And let us pray for Kenya. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Pigieni rafiki yetu ametoka mbali Trans Nzoia mpaka hapa. Asante sana Dr. Tarus. Matthews Owili from Kisumu, Deputy Governor Kisumu. Karibu sana Dr. Owili.
The Right Honorable Speaker of the Senate, the Governor of the great county of Vihiga, my colleague Deputy Governors led by my friend here, Dr. Saisi, the County Commissioner, my brother there who is now working here, was in Kisumu before, the Speaker of this great county assembly, the leadership of the Speakers Forum, na wageni wote, the leadership of Vihiga, hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. we bring warm greetings from the governor of the great county of Kisumu, Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, the people of Kisumu, who are today well represented here to have a sneak preview of where you may need to travel as a county to achieve prosperity, but also to share with you the achievements and the milestones. There's a lot in common between our two counties. Your governor and our governor are very good friends. Their friendship did not just start at the Council of Governors, but they're also working together as members of parliament before becoming governors. There's no single activity that we value in the county of Kisumu that will occur or happen or is carried out without the presence of Governor Otichilo. I am also very good friends with your deputy governor. Dr. Sais is my best friend in the Deputy Governors Forum. And so today is a big day for you, but it's also a very big day for Kisumu. The governor is bereaved, that's why he's not here. He's lost a very good friend of his. Joe Nyaga is known to most of you. He was a Pentagon member in 2007, and after that he served this country as the Minister for Cooperatives. Now the two, the governor and Joe, come a long way, just like they come a long way with your governor. I think they were in school together at Alliance, and they had a very close working relationship. And so for that reason, he's being interred tomorrow. He was not able to come here today, but he did direct, Your Excellency, that I lead a team here. Part of the team that I led here have spoken. The speaker already spoke here. We are here with the deputy speaker, who is also the MCA for Kondele Darfur. He spoke here earlier. We are also here with Bob Madanji, the director of protocol. I can't see him here. Also, the gentleman in charge of BBI in that region. We are here also with the chief of staff, just to demonstrate the friendship that exists between Kisumu County and Vihiga County. We are neighbors, meaning that a lot of things are shared within our common border. The other issues, too, that I may want to raise, okay, and they're good ones, is that within this county sits a GIS expert and an authority on matters climate change. I know that as a county, we followed very closely in your footsteps to enact the Kisumu County Climate Change Act and Climate Change Policy. This was just about 2 weeks ago. So we are following very closely in your footsteps. And ladies and gentlemen, matters climate change in this country actually can be run from the county of Vihiga. A few months ago, we needed to promote our team, Kisumu All-Stars, we also call them Otenga or the Eagle, to the Premier League. And the team that was standing between us and the Premier League was, of course, Vihiga United. So I had an opportunity to watch that game together with my brother here. And of course, we lost, and you won. But we are happy that you won, really, because Vihiga United, playing at the Premier League, is just like Kisumu All-Stars, and you have all our support for that. But I'm happy also that the speaker has something to learn from the engineer, Elisha Oraru, who is our speaker, who rolled out this program, I think about almost 7 months ago. It was affected just because of COVID. And I can tell you that the people of Vihiga will appreciate the Bunge Mashinani initiative, because that way you get to share a lot in common. One thing that I want to tell the people of Vihiga, if it is working, do not change it. I want you to go in the footsteps of the Honorable Yusuf Chanz, who has today supported our very good friend and a very good governor, not just for Vihiga, but for the country, Governor Wilbur Otichilo. We know that he has 10 years to deliver for the people of Vihiga, but we have something in 2022. What we have in 2022, just like in football, should be seen as the halftime, where the governor will just get out drink some water, some liniment kidogo, arudi uwanjani 2022, afanye kazi vile anafanya, so that Vihiga can develop in leaps and bounds, because so far, ladies and gentlemen, what we have been able to witness for the 3 years that have been at the helm, I think is something to be proud of. We join you as a county of Kisumu in supporting the Building Bridges initiative. We know that this is so far the most meaningful effort and attempt to have a new republic and a new Kenya, a Kenya devoid of corruption, a Kenya devoid of negative ethnicity, a Kenya that takes care of the youth, because you know that the youth will have a tax holiday. We also know that those who are at universities will definitely have some time before they can start repaying their loans. All of us know it's not very easy to come by jobs. The idea of the World Development Fund will strengthen devolution. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to support the initiative. It is time to support the president. It is time to support the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, so that we can get into a new republic, a republic that our children will be proud of. The last time the Honorable Musalia Mudavadi worked together and closely with Raila Amolo Odinga, they had a very, very big win. And we are still hoping that these two gentlemen can work together and deliver a new Kenya. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Asante sana rafiki yangu. Vihiga United flawed Kisumu All Stars, but life continues. Mimi nataka kusema jambo moja tu. Kwanza nataka kusema Right Honorable Speaker Lusaka, thank you for coming. I know you are a man who has the muscle. I remember when we were playing soccer in Kirinyaga with you, the Senate versus deputy governors. You floored us, but I was really looking forward to come and now hit you very hard. But COVID finished everything. But I still remember the game. I got injured. But anyway, you went and beat us. Next time, when COVID goes, we shall be there. The last thing that I would like to say, Madam Speaker, when you include the excluded in decision-making process of development, that is the most important thing we need. Because many of us have been excluded. We just hear there is something here, something there. But when we bring Bunge Mashinani, you are including the excluded in the decision-making process. And that is what we want. As we wait to get the BBI through, where we are now going to get more money down here, we must have a proper plan on how we are going to plan our development. And therefore, this Mashinani initiative is so good because it is going to capture everybody so that nobody is left behind. When a document is written, when the governor signs on a document, it has the voices of those who have been excluded for several times. As much as money is coming for the world development, we need more of participation in that area, so that it is not the MCA alone, but the people he is representing should give their views. Kama ni barabara waseme, tunataka hii barabara, ianze hapo. Kama hiyo barabara haiji, wanawaambia during that Mashinani thing that you said you'll do this, but this has not happened. So I'm very happy. It will also give governor a breathing space so that he can concentrate on flagship projects. Kwa hayo machache na mengi, ningependa kumkaribisha. Unajua unasema machache wakati mkubwa wako yuko. Mbaluye baba wala uriwe na ukoneka anga khabiri. Kwa hivyo karibu sana gavana. Pigieni gavana makofi jamani. Kalini mchoti. Kuna kakitu ametengeneza kuko sosa. The sugar will come up. Karibu sana gavana. Yeah.
Nitachukua muda mchache kwa vile najua kwamba tumekaa hapa kwa muda mrefu na tungependa kumaliza hiki kikao ndio tuende pahali pengine. Na kabla sijasema lolote, Kwanza kwa niaba ya serikali ya Vihiga County, nataka once more again kumkaribisha kwa kikao ya leo. Nataka kutoa shukrani kubwa kwa County Assembly yetu ikiongozwa na speaker wetu kwa kikao ya leo. Nataka kutoa shukrani pia kwa mgeni wetu wa heshima ambaye ametoka Nairobi baada ya kufanya kazi kubwa, lakini amekuja hapa. That is true spirit of brotherhood and sisterhood. Our county commissioner, asante sana kwa kazi. Tumefanya kazi pamoja kwa kuhakikisha kwamba tuko na utulivu, tuko na security na kila kitu kinaambatana na sheria ya serikali. Wale wote ambao wamekuja, nataka kusema kwamba asante sana kwa hii kikao, kwa vile tumemwonyesha vile hili bunge letu la county litakuwa likifanya kazi mashinani. Mara nyingi tumekuwa na malalamishi kubwa mashinani kwamba hamjui vile county government inafanya kazi, hamjui vile MCS wanafanya kazi. Hii mpangilio ambao tutakuwa na bunge mashinani, sasa mutakuwa na nafasi ya kujiamulia wenyewe yale ambao mnataka, na wakati wote kama itakuwa barabara, itakuwa shule, nyinyi wenyewe ndio mtaamua vile. Kama ni shule gani itajengwa kwa hiyo workshop, kwa ward yenu, na mtahakikisha kwamba ule contractor amepatiwa kazi, muna supervise yeye. Kwa wakati huu sasa, mara nyingi mnauliza hii kazi ni nani anafanya? Ni MCA, ni governor, ni MP, lakini wakati huu tunaanza hii mradi, mutajiamulia wenyewe. Mara nyingi mumesema kwamba, na tumepata hiyo malalamishi kwamba kazi ambayo inafanyika kwa wards hamjui silichakuliwa namna gani. Mnaona tu kazi inafanyika, lakini with bunge mashinani, nyinyi wenyewe ndio mtaamua tunataka kujenga shule ama tunataka kujenga barabara. Na baada ya kuamua, mtajua hata ni pesa ngapi ambayo imewekwa kwa hiyo mradi. Na baada ya kuwa awarded, mtahakikisha kwamba hiyo kazi inafanyika kulingana na maagizo ambayo itakuwa imepeanwa. So this is a very good program, and I want to congratulate our county assembly led by the speaker for this very innovative project, which we think is going to make a big difference to our county. So kabla sijaita mgeni wetu wa heshima, tulikuwa na video recording ambayo Musalia Mudavadi alikuwa aseme yale angesema kwa kikao ya leo, lakini haikuja vizuri. Kwa hivyo ningependa wale wanahusika wacheze hiyo clip. Itachukua tu dakika 2 ndio tusikie yale ambayo alikuwa anataka kusema.
Greetings to the County Assembly of Vihiga and also to the people of Vihiga County. Today is because the County Assembly of Vihiga is launching its program on Bunge la Mashinani. This is a significant milestone because it actualizes, it's the way of actualizing Article 174 of the Constitution, which requires that in effecting devolution and developing policy, we must also encourage public participation. I wish to congratulate the County Assembly of Vihiga, led by the Speaker, Hasna Mudezi, for leading the way in ensuring that there's a legal framework that will now facilitate structured conversations when it comes to public participation on matters that affect the development of Vihiga County. This is the first such move in the entire region. Congratulations.
Basi nafikiri mmesikia ujumbe wa party leader wetu wa ANC. Kwa hivyo sasa nataka kuchukua nafasi hii kumwalika mgeni wetu wa heshima akuje atoe hotuba yake ili tuone yale gani ambayo ametupepea. Karibu brother yangu.
You know, for lawyers, they can convert it into a serious dance. Yeah, thank you so much, Speaker, Your Excellency. Let me say all protocols observed. I know we have been sitting here for long, but let me appreciate this invitation, and I will take a short time because I've put my thoughts in writing, and so normally when you read, sometimes it's faster than when your thoughts are just scattered. So I'll start by quoting what Aristotle said, that if liberty and equity, as is thought by some, are chiefly to be found in democracy, they will be best attained when all persons alike share in government to the utmost. So our national anthem exhorts us to dwell in liberty, peace, and unity. The three must go together. If you are free, you must remain united so as to attain peace. So as a country, we have had a series of systems, challenges that has hampered the envisaged state and speed of service delivery to the 47 counties. So these challenges are aggravated by geographical disparity and endemic infrastructural challenges, but more so the unforeseen transitional issues and lapses. So as two arms of the government, county government, I want to appreciate the fact that we have created good opportunities for engagement in most of the 47 county governments and assemblies. This has accelerated development for the people of Kenya, and most counties have now reconciled themselves to the fact that we shall be judged as one. There will be no them and us, only us, the elected leaders. So, honorable members and distinguished members, I'm still concerned about the scanty information on the role of the institutions around devolution available to our electorate 8 years into devolution. This often causes confusion and unnecessary strife, as is bound to happen when people do not understand roles and responsibilities of the institutions that govern them. So our presence here is a clear indication that you as a county has embarked on a framework to address public participation from a different perspective. You will not only carry out these forums to fulfill the constitutional requirement of your budget and planning processes, but as an ongoing program so that both the executive and the assembly can engage with the electorate more closely. So, honorable members, there are many issues that can be solved through continuous engagement and discussions with the electorate in a manner that enables you to manage the expectations of the gains of devolution. This will enable you to distill issues as they arise and be more responsive to the people who put you in office and who expect you to deliver on your election promise. Kofi Annan could not have put it more succinctly when he said, and I quote, "Knowledge is power. Information is liberating. Education is the premise of progress in every society, in every family. So, honorable members, I remain persuaded that no form of governance, however well conceived and executed, can be assured of its own success. It must take the will of the people and the concerted efforts of leaders to ensure sustainability and success. I want to commend you for your institutional support for one another. You may not have agreed from time to time, but you must continue to work in an atmosphere of mutual respect and consideration. Even if you hold divergent viewpoints, you do not have to be enemies. Honorable members, in a country with a robust, right-based tradition of community involvement and public participation, your decision to formalize community participation and awareness of the legislative role of the Assembly is commendable. This will ensure that the needs, concerns, and complaints of individuals and communities are properly addressed and foster community support for policies and programs while providing a standardized framework functioning of our institutions and agencies, thus the legislative function of the Assembly to the people. Your draft proposals to decentralize the participation structure creates a network of communication from the local ward administrative functions while providing mobilization centers through which public information and feedback will be assessed on critical matters of national importance. By organized participation around legislative functions of the Assembly, you are laying open your functions and subjecting them to public scrutiny, which certainly increases accountability. As a Senate, through the Senate Machinani, we have found greater authority for realizing community participating through one, observation of the core principles as articulated in Article 35 of the Constitution of Kenya, guaranteeing all Kenyans unlimited right to information. Two, strengthening governance of service delivery structures and facilities through effective participation by communities and civil society. Through this historic innovation of conducting its business, both plenary and committee meetings, at the grassroots, the County Assembly will doubtlessly contribute to nurturing larger, inclusive parameters in the conduct of public affairs in your great county. I want to urge you to uphold certain values of governance to succeed in your work. Number one, transparency. If you run an honest, transparent institution with service delivery systems that are open, transparent, and accountable to the people, you will ensure that the rights of the citizens come first. You will uphold social accountability and promote a vibrant public information and communication system that will enable wide participation and access to both information and resources. Two, consultation. As leaders committed to embracing everyone, you must open your office to cross-cutting consultations to ensure that your assembly is both an all-inclusive and people-driven. And I said at the beginning, the government is not an institution unto itself for itself. For you to transform Vihiga economically, you must consult on the priority needs and the key drivers of this process. And three, third pillar is service delivery. The main aim of devolution was to bring services closer to the people. Your main focus must remain the efficient provision of services to the people, not just the structuring of a system for service delivery. I wish to redraw your attention to the provisions of the Constitution that define the county government as the executive and the legislative. It is only by working together that we can successfully implement all this. I urge you to rightfully take your position as legislators and custodians of accountability on behalf of the people. So as the Constitution says, sovereign power belongs to the people. You merely hold it on their behalf. True devolution must stem from structures and institutions which will form the basis of both success and continuity. No one will remember you, and this is important, no one will remember how long you were in office. They will only remember you what you did or failed to do. Honorable members, I now want to leave you with the words of John Maxwell, but before I say that, I just want again to say thank you. Your senator has worked very well, and like you know, when there was a problem of the formula, it failed 10 times. And one of the senators who took a very radical stand was your senator, because I know Vihiga was going to lose money. You already don't have enough. And by you losing more money, that was going to be very disastrous for your development. And he stood very firm. I'm happy that we were able to get a formula that ensured that no county loses any money, but instead all counties got money. But as this money comes again, let's make proper use of it. Let's see the money through hospitals, through roads, through programs that are going to touch the lives of our people. Because if we don't do that, then we can as well forget about devolution. So I want to leave you with the words of John C. Maxwell, who says, leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowcharts. It's about one life influencing another. I thank you. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, a prosperous 2021, and I know, God willing, we shall be able to come back together. The members of Parliament who are here, thank you so much for staying put. Chairman, thank you. Your Excellency, thank you so much. Your Deputy, members of the County Assembly of Vihiga, I'm proud to be a son of this soil. Madam Speaker, thank you for leading through, from the front. If you want to know that fish is rotten, you look at the head. If the head is rotten, then you have no fish. She has done very well. I want to thank you so much, and may God bless you so much. Asanteni sana.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Right Honorable Speaker wa Senate ambaye ni mgeni wa heshima, Your Excellency the Governor. We now want to undertake the last event of the launch. What we were witnessing initially was the session and then a few speeches from leaders, and now the launch. And I'll welcome the Speaker to guide us in that process. Launch ikishamalizika, nitapeana directives on what is going to follow after that. Thank you. Speaker.
Our chief guest, Your Excellency, and all distinguished guests, I think this is the tail end of today's program. I would invite our chief guest, His Excellency the Governor, Deputy Governor, our MPs, so that we can do the launch. Chair Kaf. Deputy Speaker, Majority, Minority. Please join us. Our Commissioner.
Tunatoshea kweli?
You're getting more. Get more, they are here.
This is we have bound the Bunge Mashinani policy because this has been a journey. We started with a concept note with my board. We then proceeded with a policy, putting a policy in place. And then now we did the legislation. We passed the act the other day. So this is what we have. We are sharing with the leaders so that they can run through. Yes. Kusina? Yes, I now invite the Speaker Senate to now officially launch.
Okay, it's my great pleasure now to officially launch the county government of Vihiga County Assembly Bunge Mashinani policy. It's officially launched. Makofi. Asante sana. Thank you. Okay. That is it.
They were to do something.
Yeah?
There was something to happen here.
Oh. Well.
Where is the Pope? Where is the Pope?
Always fail when they're quiet.
I'm telling
Oh
you.
my goodness.
Asante.
Yes. Speaker has not given those gifts. Speaker Senate, Governor,
Thank
and
you.
Chair.
Thank you, Band. Asante sana. Madam Speaker, I will still request you to come on stage for the small presents to our guests. Humbly. We are winding up. Our speaker will be giving out some small presents to the guest of honor, the governor, and the chair CAF as a take-home from this event. So I'll humbly request Chair CAF to be upstanding for the small gift from the speaker.
Thank you. Just an appreciation. I call upon Chair CAF. Thank you very much. Oh, oh, this one.
Excellency, the Governor Vihiga. Thank you. That's Our Excellency, the Governor Vihiga. Karibu sana, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, the Speaker of Senate. Karibu sana, Baba wetu wa devolution. It's a small take home. Thank you. Makofi kwake. Asante sana. Asante. Thank you, Speaker, for the good gesture. I would like us to be upstanding, and as we stand up, Mheshimiwa Masini, 1 minute for vote of thanks, and then a prayer, and then the national anthem as we close. Haraka kidogo, Mheshimiwa. Haraka kidogo.
Your Excellency, Senator, our Senate, Your Excellency, Dr. Tichilo, Deputy Governor, Madam Speaker, Vihiga County Assembly, and all other protocols observed, including the County Commissioner, ladies and gentlemen. It is my humble pleasure today to appreciate our guests, particularly the Speaker of the Senate, for having found time to be with us. We do appreciate that he has been having a very busy schedule, including yesterday night. We do appreciate. May God grant you a mercies. Your Excellency, Dr. Tichilo, we are so proud of you for having also found time to be with us. May God also bless you. Deputy Governor, alongside many other governors who have accompanied who have graced this occasion, we are so grateful. Madam Speaker, we are so proud of you. You have done us proud. The day has been so successful. All other dignitaries, we thank you for having found time to be with us. We know you have left so many of your engagements, including the people of Vihiga. With those many remarks, I want to appreciate, we want to do 3 good claps to appreciate everybody in this house. 1, 2, thank you. I am Masin Wycliffe, member of County Assembly representing Mungoma Ward. Thank you.
Asante sana. Ningependa kuomba Bishop ACK Church, Charles Kasakan. Charles Asiliko, kindly come and close for us with the word of prayer. He has left. Bishop Wawire, Pastor Mufogo, njoo hapa atufungie kwa maombi, na kabla ya maombi nielezee kwamba baada ya kikao hiki all dignitaries the Speaker of Senate, our speakers, members of County Assembly, the members of Parliament, the County Commissioner, and your team. We'll be going to the luncheon at Sosa, and then wageni wale wengine wote wamealikwa. Tafadhali mtakuwa directed, mtakaa tu pale pale, mtakuwa directed na ile timu itakuwa imebaki hapa. We'll get a prayer and then the national anthem na tufunge.
Wacha tuombe. Asante Mwenyezi Mungu kwa siku ya leo. Tulikuwa hapa Kidundu Stadium. Tumekutana na wageni wetu akiwa senator wa Vihiga. Wote wamekusanyika hapa pamoja na governor. Uwasaidie wakati mkutano umeisha, usaidie wote na walinde kwa kazi ambao wanafanya kwa kaunti yetu paka national. Mungu awalinde. Naomba hata na kuamini katika jina la Yesu mkombozi wetu. Naomba amen.
National anthem.
Remember boss.
Even the ministry itself, we have seen is a lot to learn from this county.
With a population of about 600,000 people and an area of 1,047 people per square kilometer, Vihiga is the third most dense